touch on one video today. Right? Workers respond after learning that their pension. Huh?
Oh, yeah, this.
Yeah.
For 30 years, you get money. Man, what?
So let's start off with the Sabbath day precept. Let's get Genesis chapter 2, verse 2. And we'll go with Exodus 21.
This is Genesis chapter 2, in verse number 2. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made.
So that's speaking about the Sabbath. Get Exodus chapter 20, verse 8.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right. So we got to keep the Sabbath day no matter where we're at, no matter what captivity that we're in. And this captivity about to get out of it soon enough. Let me get Lamentations chapter 4, verse 29. Right? But in the meantime, let me get Judges chapter 5, verse 11. We got to practice the righteous acts. Right? And the wickedness that we're seeing right now, America, look, bring it together.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Right. The Edomites, read on.
That dwellest in the land of Uz.
Read on.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
So that's the Lord speaking about putting Esau in captivity. Read verse 20.
Verse 20. The breath of our nostrils. Verse 19. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains and laid wait for us in the wilderness.
Right, that's speaking about our enemies, our oppressors. Right? Read on.
The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of the Lord, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under this shadow we shall live among the heathen.
And we're living among the heathens right now. We're in Babylon, which is America today. Now read verse 22.
Verse 22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
This is speaking about Israel. The punishment is speaking about us being put in captivity. Read on.
He will no more carry thee away unto captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin.
Right. So this is our last captivity. And we got to go through this. It's not easy. Right? But what's important about this type of captivity is that the Lord is exposing all the wickedness of these damn devils. Let me get Sirach 25, verse 7. Read what you got. And when y'all watch this video, man, you'll be mad as hell. Right? Break it out, man.
This is Judges chapter 5 and verse number 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
Right, so we got to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. Keeping the feast days, keeping the Sabbath. It's very important. All right? Now, while we're rehearsing the righteous acts, the Lord is raising up the children of Israel out of our low estate, but also bringing down our enemies. Bring what you got on Sirach 25, verse 7.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy.
That's why our enemies is targeting our children today. In the school systems and everything. They're pushing these type of food that's destroying our children's body. For example, these food is GMO foods. They put these damn enzymes and these chemicals in it. So now they have a man or a little boy start to act like a woman, start to become effeminate. Right? These are type of sorcery and drugs that Esau put in our foods, in our system. and then also bring the drag queens and all these damn abominations come to the school and try to teach the little children it's okay to be a damn another gender or transgender, which is all confusion. But the Lord said a man that has joy of his children, and he that lived to see the fall of his enemy. And we can't wait to see the fall of America because of stuff like this, man. Let's show what the video is. Even the skeleton is stressed, man. Right. And look, voodoo. Look, man, you can't make this up. Sorcery, America.
Freight workers losing, yellow freight workers losing their pension, getting the news this is a great potential. It may happen. Here's how one worker responded.
No, it ain't you. It's the right here. But now we gotta do this. Yeah, nobody help me. Nobody help them. That's why. Don't go around. You know, I'm a laugh. Nobody tells me to calm my ass down. Everybody tells me to calm down. Shut down. This fuck. Somebody old man, what? So this is what
That man has every right to feel exactly how he feels. Imagine working for over 30 years for a company. You have a contract. This contract says if you do this, we're going to do that. You show up. You show up no matter what. You show up not feeling well. You show up when tragedy happens in your family. You show up even though you would prefer to be at graduation or maybe a baseball game. You show up. You show up when others don't. You show up. You put in the work because you know there's a reward at the end of this. And then you work this way for over 30 years to come in one day and be told that your 30 years of work may not be properly compensated. All of a sudden, your world, your plans, your hopes, your dreams, they come crashing. They first crash mentally, thinking, what am I going to do now? How am I going to make sure my family survives now? Hell, how am I going to survive now? I gave them what they told me, and they did not give me what I was promised. The Teamsters Union is threatening a strike against trucking giant Yellow after the company missed healthcare and pension payments, putting fresh pressure on one of the country's biggest trucking companies as the carrier seeks to avoid bankruptcy. Yellow is under pressure to repay $700 million in federal loans that was made early in the COVID-19 pandemic. It must also pay down an outstanding loan balance of about $500 million owed to a group of lenders led by Apollo Global Management. The union said Monday that a board overseeing pension and welfare funds for unionized workers will suspend healthcare benefits and pension accruals from July 23rd unless Yellow makes the needed payments by the end of this week. The Teamsters says that if the payments aren't made, Yellow workers could strike as soon as July 24th. The Board of Trustees of the Central State, Southeast, and Southwest Areas Health and Welfare Fund, which manages benefits for Teamsters members, says Yellow withheld payments due July 15th and advises withhold payments due August 15th. The board said payments for the 2 months total more than $50 million. Yellow said in a statement Monday evening they regretted that the Central States funds had rejected a company request to defer contributions. The official said a pause in payments is needed to preserve liquidity as they seek to negotiate with the Teamsters over plans to streamline the company's operations. We're not giving up, the company said. We will work with all parties involved to come to a speedy resolution. Company officials said Tuesday that Yellow intends to repay the funds with interest immediately upon securing additional financing and has requested the funds to discuss acceptable terms. As of this morning, workers are still awaiting a conclusion to these negotiation series.
So fellas, what y'all think about today being the last day of the year if they don't pay that $50 million? No answer? I guess just come in on 30-something years of office work, surgeries, all kind of stuff, every second job. And it comes down to this right here. We want to run we still got 4 days. To find out exactly what's going on. So we are hoping and praying that everything will work out for the better of the union. So now we have to keep praying and hoping that this will work out for the best tomorrow.
This is so damn sad. We want to thank the individual who made us aware, made the world aware. TikToker Don Right40, who has been sharing these videos of the plight of his fellow workers. We salute you. We thank you for your leadership. I'm going to say this. All hands should be on deck here. From the government to private enterprise, obviously the executives and the other. All hands should be on deck to solve the problem. Elected officials, what are you? You're literally elected to figure stuff like this out. So that people, put them up. These men work hard. And they're dedicated. And up until now, had great respect for this company. We can bail out banks. We will bail out financial industry.
Right.
But we don't have a political class willing to bail them out? Jack's thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he, like you said, he has absolutely every right to be as upset as he was, simply because he doesn't have it in him to give another 30 years to anything. And one of the most messed up parts about anything along this type of scenario or situation is how much kind of ganging up and coercion goes into keeping people on the job. Because it's not like that, there's no way the union or anybody that they work for didn't know that the money was running out, that they were having issues. You got to keep people on board. You got to keep on selling them a dream in some type of way. I'm 31 years old. That man's been working as long as I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? Like I just now like having enough experiences to look back and think upon to even make sense out of anything. And he's been working as long as I've been alive. So to just throw that away, it really just sheds a light too on. It's going to be that much harder to attract workers to be loyal to anything. That puts a stain on the job market as a whole. We've seen a lot of strikes, and we need to continue to see workers come together and do general strikes, because that's really the only thing that we can do. Especially, we pointed out, our lawmakers really aren't inept to handle the situation. There's too much corporate dollars in the way of it, and a lot of them just simply don't care. But we have to keep on coming together as people. We got to keep on forming general strikes. We got to keep on building communities like the one we're on now, like Indisputable, anything like that. And we got to keep on coming together, because that's the only way.
Yeah, precept too,
You actually have
Welcome to America.
He real life going through it. That's 30 years of your whole life. A lot of people don't even make it past 30 for real. But he's been doing it honestly and working and
Right.
Feet hurting, knees cracking. You know what I'm saying? And he don't get what was promised him through by way of contract. That's just crazy. Right? Ecclesiastes 7:7 says that surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? That's oppression at its best. You know what I'm saying? Not getting what was promised to you. You got finesse out of time of your life. Time is everything for real. You got finesse out of time. Your whole life. You've been working up to this moment, and that right at the end, it's not right there. So somebody can grab Deuteronomy 28 and verse 33.
and Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors,
And all thy what?
and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Hey, and they ate up all his labors. Literally, they took advantage of them, and they work hard. We know how hard they work. They boots on the ground, you know, and they get home, they rest for a couple hours, then it's right back to work the next day. You know, trying to make ends meet. You ready?
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away.
So that's what it is. That's a curse on us. You know what I'm saying? And you know that kind of hurts, right? It was Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Read that one. If you got it. Haggai 1 and 6.
This is Haggai chapter 1 and verse number 6. Ye have sown much and bringing little.
He did a lot of work.
30 years, bro.
30 years to bring in what he could for his family, for their families. Read.
But ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
It says that we don't got enough. We already don't got enough. Like, damn, I'm already working for 30 years for what I can to bring home, and for at the end for there to be a reward for me. I already don't got nothing. Now you took everything that I hoped for away also. I'm oppressed and crushed always. Read.
He clothed you, but there is none more, and he hath earned wages to put it into a bag with holes.
A bag with what?
With holes.
And he thinking that he securing a bag, but that bag got a hole at the bottom. Everything that he worked for is not there. That's just bogus. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's bogus. I would be turning things upside down. You know what I'm saying?
Point out Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. That's the actual definition of cursed in the fields.
Yeah, cursed up in the fields for real. The work field. You're not getting what was promised to you. And is there even a way to sue them? Because like, if they tapped out, you suing them for what? Air? But they kept you on a working schedule, and you did more for them, and they couldn't do anything for you. That's bogus. Read that out.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
I heard how that brother was talking. He was pissed. He had every, what you gonna do, fire me? I already don't got no pension. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already tapped out. What you gonna do, fire me? I gotta go get something different. And he's saying, hey, I don't got 30 years of nothing left up in me. You think that I real life been working, that's 30 years. That is 30 years.
He probably started when he was 20. Now he's about 50 years old.
Oh.
Yo,
He got 30 years.
probably started when he was like 16 and worked all the way up. Bro, he ain't really got no childhood, man. You heard what dude said right there. He's like, bro, I'm 31 now.
Yeah, 31. The one that's speaking is 31 years old.
I'm 31. He been working for as long as I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. All the things that you could have did, you know, he 9 times out of 10, he did start at like 16 up there, right? All that time that passed, he blood, sweat, and tears, literally, at a job like that. That's literal. And like the brother said, like you missing time with your children and, you know, to solidify something for your family. You know what I'm saying? Then shall a righteous man stand up in great boldness. You better let him talk his feet. Because if it was me, it ain't no talking. I'm pulling everything down. And what you gonna do? Sue me? No, I don't got no pension. You know what I'm saying? My bag got a hole in it. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh, continue reading that.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him.
That's affliction at the top. Hey, you being being afflicted at work. That's what it is. That's affliction. You know, feet be on swole. You know what I'm saying? Knees be hurting.
Fire.
On fire, man. Back pains, man. Doing hard labor like that. That's affliction. Keep reading.
And made no account of his labors.
Them not paying, they signed the deal. They not making no account of his labor. That's how you feeling. You like that? I've been 30 years. You made no account of my labors for 30 years. 30 years worth of a pension, man. You know what I'm saying? Worth of a pension. That means that there ain't nothing that you give them.
That's the companies. They got their money, the CEOs and everything. They took their money and they did. You know, it's a lot. It's crazy. Stuff like this should get you really mad because you realize these celebrities, the entertainers, they're making billions, millions,
Right.
just to distract you, entertain you, to basically distract you. It's a circus. But the ones that's really working to keep the economy going, right? Like for example, when the COVID happened, remember all the workers?
No.
They was more important now. They were like, damn, who's the ones gonna clean up the trains, clean up the streets, make sure everybody is good. Now they on a strike, and you're like, oh hell no, because now people can't take the bus. The bus drivers on a strike. That's transportation. The teachers ain't showing up to work. The doctors ain't showing up to work to take care of the patients. These are the ones that's supposed to be getting the money. The ones that's actually saving people's lives. Not the ones that's entertaining people.
I'm not saying they should burn nothing down, but shit, on the real, it would, for me, it'd be like that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Yeah. Bring out the
Genesis chapter 29 and verse number 20.
Now, we know what this verse is about, but we're going to use this verse as a similitude. All right? We're going to change the names and the function of the situation. We're going to apply it to this situation with these being in their pensions. In this case, the companies would be LeBron. Yeah. All right?
The bogus.
Oh, man.
And these workers would be Jacob. All right?
This is Genesis chapter 29, verse number 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel.
Man served 30 years for this company. All right? We ain't gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, tally up all of his days of commitments. Like the brother was saying, you don't know what that man been going through over them 30. He even said, you don't know what I've been going through with this company for 30 years. All right? Go ahead.
And they seemed unto him but a few days.
Hey, them 30 years probably went back quick to that brother, being consistent. Time flies when you're doing something that you don't consider work. You stay somewhere 30 years, you kind of not really looking at that as work. You know what I'm saying? You take some level of pride in what you're doing to give a person 30 years of your life. You know how many jobs the average person has been through in a year?
Right.
I'm looking for 10 jobs in 1 year. This man been at the same job 30 years. Right? Go ahead.
For the love he had for her.
For the love he had for that company. All right? Go ahead.
And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife.
Hey, man, where my pension at? All right? Go ahead.
For my days are fulfilled.
See that? I done did my years to claim my pension. I done did that work.
It's like he was probably getting ready to retire.
Yeah. Man, probably getting ready to pay off that house, take that pension, take so much of it and pay the final little bills and pay his house off because now he owns his house. You know what I'm saying? Might got a kid or something getting ready to come out of college and pay off that last college tuition, you know what I'm saying, and round that out. Might be going to pay off that last couple of car notes. You don't know what this man had planned for his life with his pension, man. All right, go ahead. Drop down to, let's just get to it, man. Drop down to 25.
Verse number 25. And it came to pass,
that in the morning, behold, it was Leah.
Hey, man, on that last day of his time to retire and collect his pension, ain't no money. What you mean? What did he say? Read on.
And he said to Laban, what is this thou hast done unto me?
The hell you mean ain't no pension? What the hell is this going on? I got damn money at. Good. I done gave you 30 years, man, for this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got them little petty ass paychecks along the way, but nigga, you been taking money out of them paychecks, stacking it up for 30 goddamn years. Where my money at? I'm not arguing with you over your money. It's my damn money you talking about. He a calm Jake, because he old, he wise. At the same time, while he's spazzing, he's taking into consideration everything that he done built up over these 30 years, the things that he got to lose. Now, you take a young, wild-ass Jake and put him in that situation. That Edomite delivering that bad news, he'll be on his damn neck somewhere right now. They'd have probably stumped his ass out standing there, and he's standing there with the smuggest look on his face, and just like, I bet you his pension ain't touched.
Right.
Bet you him and the rest of them salary niggas, bet you they getting their money.
Yeah, they secured.
You see that? Right? Go ahead, I'll finish.
What is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me?
Man, didn't I do 30 years, man? To work for a pension when I retire? Right? Why you lie to me? You knew your company was either collapsing, you knew your investors was either pulling out, and we can go on and on. You knew your company was being liquidated. There's all type of reasons. You knew y'all was being sued. Whatever the case was, you niggas knew what y'all was doing, and our money was tapped up in there with that. And y'all didn't think to come before it was final and say, look, if I was you, I'll pull an early retirement, pull whatever you can out your 401k right now, and get up out this jam that's getting ready to come. No, y'all sat there and let the damn deadline play itself out, and we lost our goddamn money. Why? Because y'all had to pay something somewhere. So what y'all do, y'all pulled y'all money out, and y'all used our damn money to pay off y'all debts.
So what? He saw something crafty. He do that with firing you, right? He'll fire you, right? But he won't even tell you nothing, but he'll let you work to it.
The whole, yeah.
Right? And then after all that, he'll be like, hey,
you
know, he was fired a long time ago. We ain't got to pay you nothing. So now you leaving without a paycheck, right? You're not getting paid. Your bill's going to go back for a while because it's going to take a little minute to get another job.
It's like, it's Psalms 122.
Esau's strategic.
I know so many
you can't trust your enemy, man.
I know so many Jakes out there, like you, a week or two, you're going to be pissed, but you, that week or two, they're going to still have to give you, they're going to have to pay you for it. The worst feeling that I've seen brothers go through is, you knew you fired me, but you still let me come in and work that whole goddamn day. That one there burns your ass up even worse. You knew I was fired yesterday. Why you let me come in and clock in today and get the rest of that work out for y'all, and then at the end of the day, you tell me I'm fired? This is why Esau, when that's done to him, he show back up at the job with an AK-47,
Right.
6 banana clips,
Right.
and everybody ass get chopped suit. Okay? He literally done took bullets. Supervisor killer,
Right.
goddamn head of HR Michelle. But he got bullets with niggas' initials on it too.
He got this like brother like this.
Every name that
President, he get a whole clip automatic.
And he literally memorized the damn list that he had.
And the sequence of how many bullets he got to let go.
You heard what he said that they name is on the clip. He using the whole clip on one person. Take that out.
That other one, you know, every job you got one boss that you just hate this motherfucker. Right. Like this racist bastard, you lucky. You know what I'm saying? He get a whole clip.
And you know,
and you got a letter.
And dude might not even be a manager. He might just think his ass is a manager. He gonna get him too.
Yeah,
he gonna
you will be the equivalent of the coon.
The coon, yeah. You know what I'm saying? To get that job.
bucking for the next supervisor position, right?
The thing about it is, like we were talking, the young Jakes, right? If he was young, he thinking in his mindset, I'm finna leave this place anyway, so the hell with it. I might as well go out with a baby. But knowing he a little older, he don't, he ain't going.
He didn't establish some things over them 30 years.
He got some type of backup plan.
At this point, all I can do is just
Malcolm.
Well, when it comes to young Jake versus that seasoned Jake, seasoned Jake is at the end of everything that he worked for. Jake,
damn near life.
Yeah.
He got less days ahead of him than they do behind him. Young Jake still got like 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. See, man.
So I might as well just let him have it real quick.
Bring that out. That song.
This is the book of Psalms.
This is what happens when, and I'm saying this kind of loosely to this situation. This is what happens when you're looking for salvation from another nation. We work for Esau because we feel like that's the only way we can survive in his kingdom. Because there's no unity amongst us, right? Because there's no unity amongst us, I don't want to work for this Negro, right? I don't want my labor to help him get up above me. This your brother. This your brother. He's on the same level as you, right? Because we all in this captivity together, but they don't understand that. They don't know that. But what I do know is Negro, I ain't gonna help you win over me. It's the same as if you open up a black-owned store. Your people will come in there to shop, but they ain't there to goddamn haggle and barter with you. Oh man, you can't knock $2 off. Man, let me get it for the cheap, for the low, and blah, blah, blah. Not taking into consideration no overhang, and you need that money. But they'll go into the damn Edomites, the Elamites, the Hamite stores, and they'll pay them ridiculous ass prices to them. They won't hackle them about the price, right? Read that.
That's the book of Psalms, chapter 120 and verse 2. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue.
Because if you're serving Yahweh Shai, man, and you moving in this spirit like you're supposed to, he ain't gonna let you be taken advantage of like that. Even with the curses being on you. He's not gonna allow you to serve no damn 30 years to the Edomite, man, and have him take your pension like that. I believe that. He would have made something happen somewhere along the lines of them years before you got that far invested for you to walk away. Now, if you would have heed to that sign and them symbols and moved on, it would have probably been a better situation. I'm damn near inclined to believe that out of his own words, you don't know what I had to put up with and go through. Even as a fool, the Lord protected us before he called us in this truth. How we know that some of those situations that he was speaking to weren't the Most High trying to pull him out of this situation before he got here, right? So let me get one more. Get Romans 16 and 18. This is why you have to be in tune with your God. This is why you got to be moving in the spirit, because the Lord is going to come. First of all, he's going to search the mind of your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit is going to complain to the Lord about the things that you can't say out of your mouth. That's why he searches the mind of your spirit, because the truth lies there. Whether we, from the flesh, reveal the truth. You can't hide it from the Most High. Right? It's not what goes in a man that defiles him, but it's what comes out of him, right? Because it's coming from the inner. It's coming from the spirit. It's coming from a place of truth. Right? Bring that out, man.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 16 and verse 18. For they that such serve not our Lord, Hamashiach Yahushua, but their own belly.
Right? Yeah, I got all you Negroes over here working. Y'all think y'all got a damn pension coming. Hey man, do you know how many Ponzi schemes corporations pull on their workers yearly? First of all, the corporation, the owner, don't even own the company because he got the company registered under a trust fund. He got the trust fund registered under a damn estate fund. So when you go to try to find out who actually owned the company, you will be another 30 years going through litigation and liquidation before you ever even get a court date to actually present your case for your damn money. Nigga, you dead by then. Esau has that system set up to to where you'll not. It's the same thing when you start a business under Liability Act, right? You don't put the company in your name. You put the company in its own name, it's its own entity, and then you register that under a trust fund foundation, which means this trust fund is ran by a board of directors. It doesn't have an actual owner. And then you take that one and place it under another one. So when you try to sue this company, we ain't the owners. Now you got to go after that other company, then the next company, then the next company. You will never get to the bottom of the situation, right? Read on. Because they're doing it for their own bellies. You know how many employees probably lost their pay? We just saw like 7 of them. Right. It's probably 1,500 workers. Right. Who done lost their damn pensions. We talking at least 70 to 80,000 a man. At least. It could be 1,500 workers just lost 2,000, 3,000 workers just lost 80,000. Right? Because I got y'all working here under false pretense for my own belly, for my own gain sake. I already knew when I started this company, I'm a piece of crap. I'm an Edomite. Okay? You think Esau give a damn about his own people? No. Hell no. He lied to them just like he been lying to us. He's out for his own gain. Right? Go ahead, Ken.
And by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
Because every last one of them are the hearts of the simple, bro. They think, I'm just going to come to work. I'm going to do my 8. I'm going to do my 12, my 16. I'm going to do my overtime, my mandatory. I'm going to do whatever's required of me. I'm going to push them hours out every week, get my paycheck, right? And I'm going to keep doing it and doing it until I can retire, get my pension, kick back, live the rest of my days stress-free, just going to the mailbox every damn week, collecting a check, right? But with good words and fair speech, you got people to work 30 years for you. Probably damn every year, company picnic. Oh, you gotta get your face up on the wall as the employee of the month. Right. Right, all of this type of stuff. Oh yeah, next week we're giving out bonuses. Whoever can accomplish 18 hours within the next such and such, you get a bonus of an extra $500. All type of incentives that they do. This stuff distracts you, right? Like I brought out, a gift destroys the damn heart. All the stuff you claim you've been through with them, he ain't the only one. Him and hundreds of others was going through the same thing. But then Esau probably doubled around and, well, don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna get you some more time. Right? You thinking, hell, okay. You ain't worried about the issue at hand no more. But you feel like you making that money up. No, Negro, he's still jacklegging you.
Just to even piggyback first off that is Sabbath 13 and 6.
Right, chapter 13, verse 6. If he have need of thee.
So when first of all, when you in the need of your enemy, in the need of them, that's when you already disadvantaged. You feel like you need them for anything. Go ahead, read the next thing.
He will deceive thee.
He's going to deceive you. This is what he's built to do. He's built in wickedness, especially when you feel like you need him. When you anytime you feel like you need him, he feel like you already got the upper hand because he's built to deceive you. Keep going, King.
And put thee in hope. Is smile upon thee.
He's gonna smile upon you with that little crooked smile, that little devilish grin. Right. Like I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that little. Everybody know that little grin, bro. That he gives you, and he's trying to smile like he's friendly, but he's not, because he's the deceiver. Keep going, King.
And put thee in hope.
Put you in hope. Man, you do this for 30 years, you can leave with $100,000, $150,000. You just put $100 per check for the next 30 years, brother. It ain't gonna be there, but he's giving you that false hope.
That's a lot. And we're gonna match it.
We gonna match it.
That's what they tell us. Whatever you give out of your check, we gonna match it.
We gonna match it. Selling you those lies and everything as well, give you that false hope, thinking you're gonna be able to have some at the end. Keep going.
He will speak thee fair.
Speak fair. Again, those fair speeches, like, man, he's such good, yeah. Again, if you do this, you can be the player of the month. I can match it, we can double it, we can give you some extra bonuses. Man, you can get out here, retire, your kids can go to college, you can pay for it. He's lying, he's deceiving you, but he's giving you those fair speeches. Keep working.
And say, what one is that?
And then at the end, what one is that? How can I help? What can I do? I wish I could do something. Now I'm like looking at the brother like that. I wish I could do something with it. What can I do to help you? What one is that? What do you want me to do?
You know, Daquan?
What do you want me to do?
You know, Daquan? I want to help. I sincerely do, buddy.
I'm never gonna say. That's when he act like he understands your plight. He on your side.
Right. I live in the hood.
Like I got, I'm affected too. But again, that is part of the game. Like Brother he was saying, because that's why they put their business and everything in trust, and they get to pull it out early. So now at this day, he's faking like he's got affected with you. Like I don't have nothing.
You don't never know.
Because if you try to go sue him, he's saying broke. But the
He
trust,
don't
he
own
don't own
nothing.
nothing, but the trust is his.
Exactly.
He can go pull it from the trust. And this is part of the game. They put it in the trust. Because if I go sue you personally, I get nothing because you're broke. But you can get it from the trust.
That's
So
why it's like it. That's why you never do the S corporation sole proprietor. That's why they always tell you do the LLC, because it separates you and your assets from the business and its assets. You want to see plastic? You want to sue Plastic Bottle Corporation? I'm the owner. You can't touch my Ferraris and my Lamborghinis and my Benz.
You gotta go through.
I earn these because I work for that company's bottled water company. You suing the company? Guess what? Company broke.
Company broke.
Company ain't no money.
And then I was gonna say you gotta go through the layers of the trust, and then the boards, and then who owns that and who's over them. You're gonna be years, and then if you don't have money,
Here's a litigation.
here's litigation. If you don't have any money,
Before you ever even make it in front of the judge to actually dispute, to make your dispute about the money that you're owed, you're gonna go 5, 10, 15 years back and forth with court just trying to figure out who the hell owned the company and where the money at.
exactly. And you don't have money to just be paying the damn money.
That costs. Where that money coming from?
And then you already, relying on the pension, which is already gone. And my last one, man, just standing right side rack, 12 and 10. I think this is the simplest way to even put it again for us again, even as Israel. We need to continue to always remember this and keep this in the front of our head. Bring it out again.
This is lucky. That's Iraq 13. That chapter 13, the first 13 verse was nuclear bombs. Those are nuclear bombs, man. Like, read verse 7, it's Iraq 13. It's just read verse 7, man.
It's like right chapter 13, verse number 7. And he will shame thee by his meats.
See, by his money.
By his money,
Right? Because if you read verse 2 or verse 3, it says the rich man have done none wrong, yet he is threatening the poor. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. So the poor is wrong, but he can't complain. But the rich man, because he got the money, he got the power, he can do whatever he wants. Verse 1, it's like verse 2, right? Verse 1, he that toucheth with the pit shall be defiled thereof, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. That's like Jake. Jake, you had a low estate, and you think you can match up with Esau. You try to be his friend. But remember, we're at different tax brackets.
Yep.
Right? Burden not thyself above thy power while thou livest, and have no fellowship with one that is mightier and richer than thyself. For how agree the kettle and the earthen pot together? For if the one be smitten against the other, it shall be broken.
He gonna use your damn pension money to fight against you with.
Right.
Use your own damn money to fight you off.
And look, verse 4, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bare and will not be sorry for it. And then read verse 7. This God damn, man.
Verse number 7. And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice.
See? He's taking away your money, your pension.
So Salaki. So even if you had another 30 years to give him, you the goddamn fool if you stuck around there another 30 years waiting to see if he gonna pull this same scam on your ass again.
He gonna change. We are.
And at the last, he will laugh thee to scorn.
Mm.
Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee.
Right. Damn.
Damn, I wish I could help.
Right.
Right. Yeah. It's not a shame as he discussed it and how he reacted to it. That's the fake head nod of offer. That's if I feel your pain. Like, damn, that's fucked up how they did y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, you was in on that. You did it too. Right, you pulling off of this Porsche.
Right. Read verse 8.
You out there with your hood up trying to get a damn jump. He right there just shaking his head.
Wicked bastard, man.
Verse number 8, beware that thou be not deceived.
Don't be fooled by him. Like the girl's gonna bring out Sirach 12 and 10. Right? Beware of your enemy. Don't trust him. We are.
That's why you fool about it.
Right.
You're trusting somebody that you shouldn't be trusting.
We are.
And brought down in thy juggler.
You see, you all happy, you all hype, man. That's my man right there, man. That man Tom, yo, that's my man, you know, man. You invited me to the party and all of this. Nigga, he did that to try to get you deceived. He don't want you to keep your eyes when he's supposed to give you that pension, so he's gonna give you the little crumbs when he was promising you the whole goddamn pot.
And half the time, what they do for you, you already earned it.
You already
Exactly.
know. You just don't know.
The way he give it to you makes you think that you getting some perks. And then first thing go to Jake in, oh man, my boss Billy at the job, he cool the motherfucker, Joe. He gave me this and made sure I had that. Yeah, but I guarantee you earned it.
Man. So like, let me just bring two more. Check this. Go back to Genesis chapter 30. We was at 29, right? Go back to 30. Hey, Genesis chapter 30? Yeah, Genesis chapter 30. Right? And read verse 25. Because the story with Laban is from 29, 30, and 31. It's a build-up. Right? Read verse 35. I mean 25.
Look, and here's the thing with this bastard, man. You got the damn nerve, okay, to beguile this man the way you did. And then when your daughter stole a little petty ass trinket, you chased the man down with 1,000 soldiers, trying to cut him out over your stuff after you done played him. Right? It's the parable, it's the patience, right? With a king forgave the servant.
Yeah. He owed money to
for the $10,000 that he owed him, and then the servant walked right out the door and beat the hell out of somebody that owed him $5.
Right.
Nigga, I just forgave you a $10,000 debt, and you gonna walk out and beat the hell out of somebody who owe you $5?
Can't show no mercy. Look at this verse, man.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 25. And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go unto my own place and to my country.
Why? Because this is a law. If two Israelites, if they're serving each other, there's a time limit. After 7 years, you got to let him go and give him increase of his money, like a pension.
And I'll just say, play into the situation. Give me my pension that I may go and invest in my real estate company or get my own business started and take care of my family.
Right. And become my own CEO. Why? Because I worked at the company for 30 years. I know everything about the
I can
company.
start a company like this and be competition to you. I don't want this Negro becoming competition or being put in a position to build generational wealth.
Right.
And pass down.
And that's the law. You build that wealth, give that inheritance unto your children. Who to say he wasn't prepared for that?
Exactly. We don't know if that man got health issues or not. Right? He might know I ain't got but a couple of years left anyway. I'm just barely making it to get my pension, so I know my people straight when I fade on up out of here.
And especially working at a job for a whole 30 years,
I'm gonna tell you,
think about that.
because that pension was contracted and valid, just like any other 401k, you can lean against it. You could go into that money. You don't know if that man then went, bought a new house, and used money from that pension as collateral down payment to go towards that home. Now, nigga, you telling me my money gone? That mean they can take my house back from me? Put me and my family out on the streets? Crack it. Straight up. I see it like that.
I see it like that, bro. Come on.
I thought you
waiting in the parking lot. When he come up out of that boy, you gonna get it right where you did it to me at.
Good. And that's how older Jake probably would think. There are people waiting outside his house. Yeah. While younger Jake can just do it right there, right in
front of everybody.
Yeah, you said older Jake? He gonna be sitting outside with tinted windows.
No, Jacob, man, you know what, dude? Man, you better go get my money right now.
Right.
Like he can just go
Look
on
like
like
getting
that.
that
Right, $80.
Right.
You better go get mine right now.
I'm telling you.
Yo.
Did Helio Doris try to steal the picture from him?
God.
And what? He got the foo fox
Right there.
right there. He sent them back to old boy. He said, boy, you better let them have that money, boy.
Right.
Like for real, man.
Come on, take that Johnson money, yo.
I'll take a job. Give them their money back, man. You know what? Look,
Give me my wives and my children, from whom I have served thee, and let me go. For though thou was my service which I have done thee.
You know what?
Oh, do you see the abuse of authority in that situation? I'm a grown ass man, bro.
Right.
I shouldn't have to stand here and dare them belittle myself begging you for what belongs to me.
Right.
I did what you asked me to do. Rachel, Leah, build herself, get all my merch together. We up out of here. Whatever man service I got, look, nigga, pack the donkeys. You know what I'm saying? Load all that on the asses and the oxen. We out of here. I ain't got to explain myself to you and beg you for what's mine. It's crazy, man.
Watch, just keep reading. It gets even worse. Because he already worked that 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We go.
And Laban said unto him, I pray thee, if I have found favor in thy eyes, tarry.
Just wait, just work a little more. Why? You know?
For I have
How would he find favor in the damn jip out in his eyes?
Right.
Oh man, you remember that time when you came to me, you had a problem with the family and you needed a little extra overtime so you could pay a bill, or you remember we gave you that bonus early, or he's gonna look at it, he's gonna use something that he did that you actually earned as if he did a favor for you in your time of need.
You could say
remember when you needed that week off? I got you that week off, remember? And I still let you get a full check for that week you was off.
Right.
That's bringing up stuff that you're gonna look at as if, yeah, you're right. You did look out for me.
How the hell is that gonna add up to 30 years of my damn life?
Hey, he saw us
30 years worth of. Just think about 30 years. 30 years of a consistent saving. That nigga stole from you.
Stole from you.
Yeah,
War is in my heart.
Yeah.
This man will go over here, say some stuff over here, establish something here, go over here and establish the contrary to it, causing a conflict. They collide, and then he slide right in the middle with the remedy to both parties' side because he created the situation. You created this situation.
Well,
right?
chaos. What they feel too.
The sad part is if they did act out in violence, punched him in his damn face, now Esau can actually sue him and have him arrested for assault, kicked off his damn job and everything. Ruin it. He gets the point. Esau still do it. I'll still sue you. You'll always have to pay what's called restitution. So that means if you move forward and come into any kind of damn money, it's already on the books with the government that that money got to come to me. It's the same way how they'll take somebody like R. Kelly in jail right now. Any royalties that his music is still making, they making that money now go to the people who claim he did what he did. He'll see no more of his royalties. But his music is going to go on forever. So for the rest of the world lives, all his music, every time you play a song of his on the radio, damn downloads or whatever, that money ain't going to him no more. Esau wicked as hell how he got his system set up, bro, for him to win. The game is rigged. That's why the Most High said, well, nigga, my game rigged.
Right. Turn the table on him. We don't. Watch this. And you know what's crazy? This is going to tie in. Remember the article we was talking about? It said, I think Florida, it said, the Santos.
Yeah.
What he said? Pertaining to slavery.
Oh, he trying to rig that.
Yeah. And he said it was a benefit for us.
He trying to rig that. That statement is basically like him saying, you know, we chosen to go into slavery because there's a benefit in it for us to do so. You know what I'm saying?
And he said they taught us skills and everything, all this stuff. So they basically saying slavery was a benefit to us. We supposed to be happy and not complain about slavery. We learned some new skills, right? We was working for the so-called white man who gave us jobs to sell to us.
He's a congressman for Florida.
And these two videos gonna tie in. The same thing that happened to Jake. After 30 years, he don't get his pension, right? To this video right here with this damn devil, right? Read that. Read on.
For I have learned by experience.
So this look what LeBron said. He said, I have learned by experience what?
That the Lord hath blessed me for thy sake.
You see? That's what LeBron said.
He said,
I realized,
Egyptians and
the
Amorites
about
and all them.
right.
They rich because they got the children of Israel in captivity.
Exactly. That's the point. LeBron is realizing, oh, snap. You were chosen of the Lord. You one of the chosen of the Most High. Whatever you do, the Most High bless it. So I'm going to keep using you more and more. You know?
And he said, appoint me thy wages, and I will give it.
You know?
And he said unto him, though thou hast have I served thee, and how thy cattle was with me.
Right, I'm protecting your money, protecting your bank, protecting your building, your businesses and everything. Like he did with Joseph. Pharaoh did with Joseph. He gave leadership of the whole house. Because he knew Joseph was going to take care of it. You know?
For it was little which thou hast before I came.
Right? You ain't had nothing when I was before I even got here. He was broke. You know?
Hey, wait, it's like, and the nigga, he got mad over the fatness of the damn sheep, man.
Right.
He tried to say he swapped out the sheep because at first he was getting all the sheep and stuff that was being raised up. They were born without blemish. They were healthy. They were fat and stocky. They were good stock. But after he played them, hey, the Lord brought a judgment up on this Lord. Had Jacob to separate a certain group of them sheep. And they continued to grow fatly while the ones in the barn, he thought he was getting over on them with them sheep. Lord made all of them become blemished.
Right, read on.
For which it was a little which I had before I came, and now it is increased unto a multitude.
Right, read on.
And the Lord hath blessed thee since my coming. And now when I shall provide for my own house also.
What did Jacob just ask? He said, listen, your house is good. I'm the one that helped take care of it through Yahweh Shemel Rishon. Now it's time for me to become my own CEO of my own company, take care of my family, and where's mine at?
He basically telling him, but ain't you living good?
Right, why you under me?
You're right, man.
Why you under me?
Ain't you happy? All the bills that I have to pay, you ain't got to worry about paying all them bills and taxes and stuff. Just stay here and do what you're doing and live good.
Now watch this. Go to Genesis 31.
Well, I take 99% of it for the process.
Right, it's all for me.
Right. And you do 100% of it. You do 100%
right.
work. I'm going to take 99% of the proceeds. But think about all the stuff you ain't got to deal with.
Right.
Let that fall on me.
I'll make the big decisions. You ain't got to worry about that.
Right before you bring it out. Because he trying to say that this DeSanto bastard trying to say that y'all told us any goddamn thing. Okay? Let's see who actually. All right, this is in the book of Babylon to Timbuktu, man. Page 90, the last paragraph. It says, the Jews made use of every opportunity. They were an industrious and skillful people. In the Jewish Guyanian state were found kings, princes, governors, generals, secretaries, treasurers, revenue agents, judges, architects, engineers, doctors, historians, language interpreters, mathematicians, jewelers, sculptors, masons, carpenters, painters of art, goldsmiths, leather workers, potters, armorers, saddlers, blacksmiths, agriculturalists, etc., etc. What the hell you? We can't even go on with everything else. Too much to list. So what the hell you taught us, Negro? You stole us for these skills so that we could build up your wicked ass kingdom.
Man.
Lord should have made that Negro tongue fall out. He should have been talking, and his tongue should have just fell out, right out his damn mouth.
Hold on, let me just get this one, and then you bring yours, and then you have one too, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
You want 31, you want 10.
Yo, this about to be.
I'm telling you.
You know what it is, because everybody started to reflect back on experiences of stuff they had to go through. The same exact BS, man. Literally, same thing happened to me. Right for a couple years. Right now,
I'm going through it right now. Y'all got sign contract.
Literally.
Going through it right now, bro.
Literally, man. I worked for a company for 5 years, security and everything, all of this stuff. Diligent, make sure the whole building was running, functioning. All the Edomites and everything. They're like, man, where's David? It was calling me David. They're like, man, where's David? When David is here, everything is all good and smooth. And 5 years.
Why are they calling you David?
I'm trying to think in my head like,
You got everybody,
Nah, because I told him my middle name is Damon, and then the Edomite
Oh, they just pronounce it.
yeah.
They just
She
gonna call
kept
you
saying,
what
no,
they want.
David?
Yeah.
I said, no, David. No,
That's all. That's just all day long. Y'all niggas, all say your new name, Tony.
Right.
that's exactly what it is.
So literally, man. And she said, David. I said, no, David. She said, no, David. I said, who the hell is David? Hey.
Messed up part, you responded to it.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. He kept saying, I'm like, ah, yeah, man. Yeah. Then I fake Jewish man. I didn't know he was a real Jew or fake Jew, whatever at the time. The man was saying, no, you don't know what David is? I said, nah. He said he was a king. And I'm like, all right, bro. Once I came
I don't
to
want to be the king over
David,
here.
right.
I denounced that wrong.
Yeah, man. But what do you call it? Yeah, read verse.
Verse 1. All right. The book of Genesis, chapter 31, and verse 1. And he heard the words of Laban's son, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, right? And of that which was our father's hath he gotten all his glory.
So check this. Read verse 7 now.
Verse 7. And your father hath deceived me and changed my wages 10
And changed
times.
his wages how many times?
10 times.
So like, yo, you was lying, man. You changed my check 10 times. You see how the man was saying? You don't know the stuff that he was you don't know what I
How
was
many
going
times
through.
his hours might have been jacked up and short money off his damn hours?
Short change and everything.
Right.
He said you changed my wages 10 times.
Jake go through that with Esau right now. Nigga, I worked 40 hours last week, plus 5 hours overtime. Where's all my damn overtime hours and 2 of my regular 40 hours at, man? But we're gonna investigate. We're gonna find out. Ain't nothing to investigate. Look at my damn time card. It shows that I put them hours in. Now who the hell counted up my hours and didn't get my damn money? Oh, you know you were late like 3 times last week. So they deducted those 2 minutes off. Okay, 2 minutes. I don't get paid by the minute, but I stayed 5 hours afterwards. You know what I'm saying? This is the literal argument. I done been in that argument like that before.
Now read verse 40 now.
Verse 40. Thus I was in the day the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eyes.
So you see? In season, out of season.
That's what Aqua said.
Literally.
I mean, when I get off work, I got just enough time to go home and get right back up. Close one eye, and I'm right back out the door to go to work. Literally don't have really have no home time, no lifetime, can't nothing with my kids because the hours you got me doing when I get off work, I got just enough time to go home, go to sleep, get right the hell back up and be in your damn slave field.
Right. So like that's how I felt when I was working 12s because I have to go in the morning when it's dark outside. By the time I get up, it's dark outside. And then as soon as I get to the crib, I gotta go right to sleep, wake up again at the same time. I'm saying no daylight. I can't even do what I really want to do. That's depressing.
So at 36. The point in this verse right here, remember, Laban thing was missing, right? So Laban didn't know that his daughter stole the item.
Yeah.
But he came to Jacob thinking that Jacob stole it.
With his little army and everything.
Right.
Man.
Read verse 36.
Verse 36. And Jacob was wroth.
And he's pissed off. bro. I'm getting mad right now just thinking about it, man. That's right. You know?
And told Laban,
You know?
and Jacob answered and said to Laban, what is my trespass?
Why you coming at me? What the hell I did wrong? You know?
What is my sin that thou hast so hotly pursued after me?
Why you chasing me down? You calling my phone, banging my damn door, praying to my damn children.
Like, you ain't just finesse me out of 14 years of my life.
It get worse.
And not give me what I deserve.
Let's put the 14 years over here. That's 14 calendars without a flip. We ain't even begun to break them 14 years down by days.
What was
and
going
weeks
on?
and months and hours of what you done done to me in between them times.
We know it. Watch this.
Whereas thou hast searched all my stuff, what hast thou found of all thy household stuff? See it here before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may judge betwixt us both.
So why did I say it got worse? Why did I say it get worse? Because remember, 7 years he worked to get Rachel, right? Got the seed to get Leah. Laban promised him another 7 years, and then you get what you want, which is Rachel. That's 14 years, right?
So you know he had to move with some level of hesitation and resentment, because it's kind of like at this point, this nigga got any more damn daughters back there on
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Now what will happen? You know?
Hold on where you live. And that verse, it also tells you the intelligence that Jacob was using with this man. This is a man who fought with an angel.
Right.
So we know he a damn austere warrior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Probably break Laban ass in 2 pieces.
Right.
But that also speaks to the mob that Laban came with.
Right.
That it'll make a man at a war with an angel of the Lord kind of stand down. Look, nigga, you went through all my stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he using
You know
wisdom.
what I'm saying? Jacob means supplant. He finessing. He got a finesse. Like, he mighty man
This
of war
ain't
too.
time to go to war with this fool. You know what I'm saying? Because then they're gonna smite his style, and he gonna take back everything. So all of it was completely across the board, and that's how you gotta look at that elder Jake in that situation, man. He being vocal, but war's in his heart, but he know it don't benefit him to go to war. You kind of gotta damn just swallow that L, man.
You know what?
This 20 years have I been with thee.
Hold on. Read that again.
This 20 years have I been with
Where
thee.
the other 6 years come
Right.
from? 20 years. Where the other 6 years come from? I'm supposed to be a 7 for her. You finesse me, so I be a 7 for her.
I'm inclined to believe he said, "Hey man, like he leaving. This is the year that I'm leaving. Them 20 years that I've been with you, it's been 21 years. He done flipped
Right.
the calendar.
That would've been
So
no
after I got Rachel, I still stayed here 6 more years because I'm kind of trying to help you replace the work ethic that's coming from your 2 daughters that I'm about to leave with. Right? It's sort of like a parting dowry.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. That 6 years could have been.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get 20 years out of me.
About part of a dowry. No, it ain't no damn part of a dowry. The first 7 years was part of the dowry for what I wanted. What are you talking about? Like, what was
That's the anger. Like this is like that's
It's close, man.
yeah. It's fine.
That's the
You
real
gotta
one. I don't relate. Like, this is some BS, man. That's how this man was feeling. This is some BS.
You know that part of dowry? After I worked them first 7 years and you finessed me,
Right.
and then tried to give me a half-ass story about, this is what I really meant. No. I would have did that other 7 years to get what I wanted. Damn the cattle.
Jacob not thinking like that though. He's not thinking about the finesse. He's just there for what he wants. He don't care how many years it takes.
As long as I get what I want out of here.
Exactly.
But that's typically the mindset of Jake. Usually Jake's disruptiveness come from him not getting what he wants. You can easily shut Jake up. What do you want? And Esau know that. Because he'll sit across that table from you and you doing all that ranting and raving, and he'll just calmly Well, what is it that you want, Michael? Or no, Hakeem? You tell me what it is that you want, and I'll tell you what I can do.
Right.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah, just because he feel like he got some power in the situation.
You know, the amount of years he worked there, he got comfortable. He got so damn comfortable. Oh, I know he's my friend. Like, you know, Jake, he built up friendships with the Edomites, and he been there for 30 years. You know, you telling me he not friends with the nigga that told him?
Think of all the parties they done had together.
He been at his house before.
We sitting there, we done turned up kegs together. Yeah.
He got comfortable.
Yeah.
Can't get like that with you.
And LeBron was playing on that.
You know what's crazy though? The meaning of the name Laban is white. Damn, Jacob got finessed by the white man. Yeah. You cannot escape. Like you can't, we can't escape. I'm like, what's the table? Right. That's a damn and you turn that damn. That's what I'm saying. That's a daggone gun. And you don't just stick it in. You stick it in and twist it. You stick it in and you gonna open it right up. You gonna right there.
Mike, man. Oh, man.
Look what it says. It says white. It says meaning white. Laban is a boy's name of Hebrew origin. The meaning of Laban is white.
Hell no, man.
Even our forefather got spiritually finessed by the white man. Damn.
Yo, that's crazy. Look.
Profound over.
Look at this. You know, this is how Jacob was feeling right here. It says the harvest is past. This Jeremiah 8 and verse 20. I'm gonna read verse 21 too, since we just saw it. Laban mean white, right? It says the harvest is past, the summer is ended. We are not saved. He's like, hey, I just spent all this time. The harvest time is during the spring. Damn, the summer that passed. That's a whole year.
Income tax.
You know what I'm saying? He said, we are not saved. I didn't get what I was promised. It says, for the hurt of the daughter of my people, I am hurt. I am black.
Right.
Astonishment has hold on me. Have taken hold on me. Like, damn. Like, I just got finessed. And astonishment means like a feeling of thunder shock like in your heart, man. Like, yeah. Like, damn.
He just sits there.
That's how he feeling. Like, that's how Jacob was feeling. That's how the brother was feeling up in the orange, man.
Let me get Deuteronomy 15 and 1.
This is
Deuteronomy 15 and 1. Because this is what the hell he just did to Jacob, man.
Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 1. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release.
Every 7 years.
Read on.
And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth aught unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor or of his brother, because it is called the Lord's release.
And he kind of took that 7 years and said, I know I owe you, but you got to forgive that debt. Bro. He didn't use the scripture. You got to kind of, that's the deceit, the trickery. It's been 7 years, you're a Hebrew. Your Lord said, release that debt to me. I owe you. Take care of it. I'll compromise with you. Take Leah.
That's cool.
You want to get Rachel? Every 7 years, you can get Rachel.
I'm going to be like, damn, Matt, this is the start of a new year. So you better give me what I'm talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
You're going to see a new year, new me.
This is the start of a new set. Like,
okay, we can do a new 7. Another 7, you can get Rachel. But the 7 that just passed, you got to forgive me the debt. I owe you Leah, you gotta wipe that out. I owe you Rachel. You gotta wipe that debt away and just go on take Leah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe out. All right, I'm getting my gun.
Okay. Hey, if it makes sense, the way I'm trying to put it together, it's like it's kind of like he finessed them in that way. Like, hey, I know I owe you. You know what I'm saying? I owe you Rachel, but after 7 years, it's called the Lord's release. You gotta go and release Rachel and just take Leah.
Yo, that's crazy, man.
Let's get somebody get sign right.
Brothers don't go to work.
Somebody get Sirach chapter 12.
At work, man.
Sirach chapter 12 and verse number 5.
Cause
Sirach chapter 12 and 5.
I'm starting to sweat now, man.
Do well unto him that is lowly.
Now, do well unto him that is lowly. Lowly is either humble or what? A person that's of a low estate. Esau is neither one of those, right? So, like, that's an old saying where it's, what's that saying that be? Right? Don't kill. Don't work hard, work smart, right?
Yeah.
That's what Jake kind of got to do, bro. Yeah. You working hard as hell for Esau. You not working smart. You working for 30 years, and you ain't no whole time that Esau don't keep his covenants. He don't keep his word on nothing. You ain't have no backup plan. You ain't have fired. You working exactly
right in front of your face.
All right, 12 and 10 again.
You working for 30 years. You working for 30 years and you don't have any other talents. So do well unto him that is lowly, right?
But give not to the ungodly.
Don't give all your lives and years to the Edomite, which is ungodly. We shouldn't be trying to work at least over 5 to 10 years for Esau. We should have something tucked away in our bag. You use your money to invest in yourself. Like I said, he could have opened up his own house. He could have opened up something to go against Esau's. But Jake don't be thinking like this, man, because y'all too buddy with Esau. You know?
He says, hold back thy bread.
Now, what we call money, right?
Bread.
It's not money.
Hold back your bread. Don't just put on 401k, your pension. You need to go ahead and take that out. You know, save that, put that in your own savings account, right? Don't let it be under the company because they do whatever the hell they want to do with that. Right?
They take it and they reinvest it just like the banks.
We talked about yesterday.
That's a lot. And you see how they make you feel bad. You're like, oh, you just got it under your bed. You damn right.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it in my I don't want to put it in one of y'all companies. Y'all can see you can't put it in your bank. You know that'll close down.
Yeah, what the hell is a monthly maintenance fee?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How they gonna take
I gotta pay for your janitors.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't own this company. I ain't got no stock in this company. Fuck, I'm paying to my friend. What the hell I'm paying for your janitor for?
Right.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, read on.
Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him.
Don't give all your bread to Esau. Why the hell you investing so much into Esau economy when you could be doing it for yourself? That's why it should be encouraged for brothers. Hey, build your own thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they got so many, you got so many talents and ideas, don't be trying to work for Esau for over 30 to 40, 50 years.
Jake don't want to do the logistics side of running a business.
It's rare. It's rare because that's back in my grandparents' generation.
Esau ain't
don't
doing
work 7 days.
He took it out of our eyes, man. We need some slavery. How about that? We need some slavery.
Even in that company, he ain't doing it. He hired somebody else to handle the day-to-day logistics of that company. He don't even balance the bank books. All he do, they got a check book with his name pre-signed in it, and all they do is trust the treasurer, write how much on the check for your damn pay. He don't handle none of it. Therefore, showing you his skill set. Nigga, I'm a thief. I just get people to do the work for me. I'm lazy as hell.
Esau got a whole board.
Work hard, not hard.
Right. Esau got a whole board. Like, over his company. He don't do nothing.
That mark into Maui some damn well.
Yeah.
And that ain't even a place. He done found some new island, some damn
Call this son. Name this son.
named it after 200 damn islands. It says, hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby.
Isn't that what Esau just did today? Overmaster him. Now you're not getting your money. Now it's like damn, I ain't got nothing left. Right? I'm finna figure out how my bills gonna get paid for the month. Right? Then my children gonna be able to eat. Then my wife, she might have to go to work now. You know? He was getting paid probably good where his wife could be a stay-at-home. But now she gotta go out and get, because he ain't got the hey, and it's so damn bad. He ain't got that many years in him, and his wife probably don't either. So damn, that's how you see so many of our elders out here on the streets because of shit like this.
You don't know how many conversations he might have had with his rib, man. You know, babe, she's like, babe, we got there, ain't nothing up in sync. At least I still got a picture. Woo. Oh, babe, you know, we can go out to eat, you know, let's splurge a little bit. I know you work all day. Yeah, we could go out. At least I still got my picture.
Right.
Come in the next day, oh, y'all ain't got no picture. You said what?
Yo.
What you say?
Yo.
I'll be high. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be high. What I gotta tell my I don't know if y'all saw it on Instagram, but Eve geeked out and she said no more checks coming in. Oh, baby, what? Baby
I said that joint.
Yeah, baby got a pacifier in it. She was like, little baby, get your baby shoes because you getting up out of here too. Ain't no more checks. This is how look. You see that? What was Job really going through? Job was in the land of lose, goddamn, when everything started going to hell, man.
Eve won't support the man when he fall on hard times. Right? Jake is bread. Get the good job, get the family, stick it out no matter what. Take care of your family. Because that's part of the essence of you being a man. Eve, on the other hand, as soon as you're not in a position to be that, and she is, I'm not taking care of no grown ass man. I ain't his mama. Instantly out the door. Where's your fucking loyalty at to your man? Where's your loyalty to the relationship that you will stick it out? You know, especially, and then you hear the hypocrisy of their marriages. Till death do us part, for richer or for poor.
Never go like that.
For worse.
It don't go like this.
He's only there for the richest and the better. As soon as the damn poor, and what's the other one, the deaf and all that, well, even and she there for the deaf if that come first.
No,
she can collect his damn
insurance.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Or she might kill the relationship. Bring it to death.
See what I'm saying?
Death do us apart.
And then, you know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be getting down with these other nations, but once you start hearing them glow-up stories of Jake getting his shit together, he got this little Edomite dog next to him.
Or the Japanese.
Now it's, you just want to like it up. That Edomite kind of took your position because you was a dog.
She actually doing what the Lord said you supposed to be doing.
That's what she doing.
That's why you got them passport bros. And them little Moabite Eves and all them other worldly Eves. Hey man, they kind of gloating all over the world, over the internets and stuff now. Tomorrow, you girls out in the States talking about the passport brothers, that's because y'all don't know how to treat them. They come get Vietnam women. We love them long time. Hey, they got the video. The little Moabite chick was doing the video. Oh, she was big whooping. Big talk. Hold on, look how interesting. It says, for in parentheses, else was basically or else. Thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him.
He did so much good for this Edomite, but he got evil, even more evil for the good that he did.
At the end. Bad enough he was already probably jacking you over just in the 30 years. Your twice over was when he took your damn pension.
That's why you don't call your eggs in one basket. That's why you work hard. You don't work hard, you work smart. Because things like this gonna happen. Brother ain't got nothing else. You can tell by his reaction. Because if he had something else, he wouldn't react like that. Okay, I don't have it. I got something else. I got 2-3 other businesses. But he acting like this, you know brother down bad, man. All them talents he was working on, I know bro, Jake got more than one talent, bro.
You work 30 years. Know what it is at the moment. You took the time, had the time to just sit back and analyze yourself. It's something you did when you was growing up that, you know what I'm saying, you could actually use today and make a business out of it. If you actually think about it. You know what I'm saying?
I got 2 more precepts, right? Let's get first Maccabees chapter.
Let me say this. This is why we got this Psalm 82 and 4. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hands of the wicked, bro. This type of prayers we got to be throwing up for our people. Right. You know what I'm saying? To shield them from the wickedness of Esau, because they don't know. Like, even in that situation of worldly Jake, there's a class of worldly Jake that we got to have a little sympathy for. Right. And we talk, because most of this week is directed towards nigga man Jake. You know what I'm saying? Him and Horodites. Right? It's not against that group of our people that's out there you know, even though they're in the world, but to the best of their ability, they're actually living a quote unquote a righteous life. They going to work every day. They actually taking care of their family and their children. They keeping the laws and don't know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they not acknowledging it from an Israelite woke perspective, but they're actually some of our people out there keeping the law, man, to the fullest and don't even realize it. They're the ones that we gotta pray like this for. Until the Lord tap into their spirit, you know what I'm saying, and call them to active duty, man. Kind of what Esau, what they call a draft them in. And that's why we gotta keep going to them highways and byways, speaking of, because some of them are out there on their way to this situation.
Yeah.
And the Lord gonna have them pass by us, and we supposed to be able to tap into that frustration that he got while he on the way to work, man. Thinking of ways that he can call or get himself fired so he can claim his unemployment, you know what I'm saying, until he can figure out his next move.
It's like signing those papers when you get that job, like you gotta have in your mind like they can break this. Who's gonna stop them from breaking? It's their company. What you gonna do? You one person. Even if you got people to follow you, they businesses hire people each and every day. So it's not like they're gonna stop just because you going and a couple other people going with you.
And it take money for you to sue. So if you ain't got no bread, how you gonna sue me? Yeah, I violated your workers' rights, but you ain't got no bread to hire a lawyer to sue me.
To be real, to be honest, the money that you might win, most of that
The
goes to
lawyer
the lawyer,
taking that.
bro.
So you gonna end up in the same boat you was in when you started the lawsuit.
You gonna get $500 for your $1 million.
You gonna sue his ass for your pension, and your pension gonna go from him to him.
Yeah. Right back to the damn white man, because you ain't going to get no nigga jail. You
Can't
can't
go
go get the Italian damn
He
lawyer
gonna get the Jewish
or
lawyer.
the Jewish lawyer, man.
Yeah.
You gonna give it right back to Amalek, man.
Circulating back with them.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse number, let's start at verse 10. Go down to verse 11.
This first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Okay, so it's so-called white man, right? You know?
In those days, there went out of Israel wicked men,
There's wicked men, right? Of Israel, right? Read on.
who persuaded many.
Now, Slacker, I'm not saying that he's the wicked of Israel. I'm inclined to be that he's one of the ones that can persuade you to go that wrong.
Hey, man,
You got other people to persuade you to do this and that. I had a Jake at the job, and you could do 7 days. You already working 5 to 6. Go ahead and do the extra 2 days.
That's what I was gonna say. It might be the supervisor, nigga, man, Jake. That's in their ears. Yeah. We just don't see him in the video.
Exactly.
Because that's not his department to come and give that. That news is coming straight from human resources.
No, he's the Jake that been Sionin for Esau, and Esau told him, hey, you might want to, take out your 401k, right now, just leave it. Notice that, you know what I'm saying?
Or keep on adding to your 401k. And after you want to take it out, there ain't nothing to that.
He's damn Steven from James.
Read on.
And persuaded many, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen.
That's the damn problem. Why are we still making covenants with the heathen when throughout so many accounts and through the history that they break each and every covenant that they make with us? Right? Even if Esau he'll try to get you on his side to go against your own people. What he gonna do to you after he wins? He gonna kill you. He don't like no traitors. Hey, Esau's the biggest traitor. He'll trade against it. He'll go against his own people.
Think about the ones. See, like I said, we looking at this video. That didn't just happen to that group of 7 men. It's probably 1,500, 2,000 of people at that company who just lost their pension. Hey man, it's an 80-year-old man that what the hell he's still doing working, who just got told he ain't getting his pension, and he kind of Fred Sanford it out. I'm coming with you, Elizabeth. Man that had a damn heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, sound joke, but seriously.
No, seriously.
That should have killed somebody, man.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's not no game, man. And Esau is no regards to the young or the old. Because we looking at a group of elder, mid-aged men. It's youngsters that work there who signed that contract that in the next 20 years, 15 years, his pension is shot too. You know, it's only this group that's pension. Every pension that's coming up the line is gone.
Them the elders of really of those that work there. That's the day shift. It's the youngest that's working them overnight shifts for real.
They don't get no they pension that they're working towards. He was at 30. What about the guy that's been there 10, who got 20 more years for his? He ain't got no pension coming either.
Right.
Ain't no more pension after this point. So everybody who done signed the contract that's working there, you mean tell me I done worked here 5 years and put up all this crap with these people and I was planning on doing the 30 to get my money because I'm already in it. It ain't no more money. They don't need to be working here no more. But how many Jakes ain't gonna be able to afford to say, I quit right now? I gotta still keep coming here, working. They still gonna take pension money out of my damn check. Under the delusion that this money that we're taking out of y'all's will go towards the new pension that we're establishing. We're going through the litigations and everything. You guys will get your pension. Theirs was tied up into this, that, and that's why they lost theirs. That's the talk he's talking about.
That deceiving, that fair speech also being just deceitful.
Yeah, because do you think he want everybody from the person who a year in to a person that's 30 years in find out about every damn body on the job in the wall? Yeah, that's it then.
Yeah.
I ain't giving y'all no 30 years and I ain't got a pension coming. I'm going to work somewhere else.
Right.
Company, hey, Esau might have already knew that. That's why I jacked every damn body. So y'all can walk the hell off and I'll keep all the money. I was trying to close the company down anyway because me and the board of directors don't see eye to eye no more. We're not going in the same direction with the company. So before I allow my board to try to overrule me and take my 51%, hey, I'm going to shut the whole damn thing down. Dissolve the board of directors, cash out. I'm gone. How you do it?
This make me even think about how Esau even pushed back even in their retirement age.
That's
See that?
That's part of it. Like, what life you gonna live after that? If you gotta retire at 80 years old to get some money,
I got
how much life you got left?
High blood pressure. People don't even live that.
diabetes. And that's the whole plan.
I'm not even making it. Like 75 years old, and the Lord told you got 120.
Right.
God damn, I gotta live out my whole life. That's not really guaranteed.
Like 50, 55 and 65, now you're up to like 75 years old, bro.
They don't get Medicaid.
Yeah.
They medical got to come out of that money that they make.
Yeah.
So I'm 75. This job got my body all jacked the hell up. I got to give out all the rest of my money paying still doctor bills, medicine that I'm on. Imagine how many
ambulance be like 4,000. Yeah, be right.
Salaki, check this.
Should I hold a
Esau
couple bands
is
in them? They ain't gonna get it though.
Esau is a piece of crap. Esau know what he's doing, man, because he know the scriptures. Psalms 90 and 10. Read that real quick, man.
This is the book of Psalms.
It's Salakia. This is why Israel, we got put in captivity for breaking the laws of God, and now we got to deal with all of this BS. We need to go back to the kingdom, man. We need a whole land, man. Like, we need to repent. We got to get the hell out. We literally in captivity. This is how you know, like, subject to payments.
Yeah, that was
Baruch 3 and 8, like, I'm real. To your first Maccabees, we about to close. Baruch 3 and 8, real quick, in Psalms 90 and 10. I was talking about the age, right? With the retirement, right? Psalms 90 and 10.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 10. The days of our years are 70 years and 10.
Right, 70 years and 10.
70.
Yeah, 70.
60. Plus
Right.
10 years.
That's 70. And what he said, the retirement joint is what? 75. So you ain't
I got 5 years. Hey, and out of that 5, you might well knock like 2.5 of that off because of sicknesses and that.
Right. And the GMOs and the poisonous, and everybody taking shit.
I got a year left.
Literally, this
reason of strength.
You see, it says by reason of strength.
No. Read the first word of that sentence. The operative word is
And
if.
if.
You know what?
And if by reason of strength.
Reason of strength. If you somehow make it.
Exactly.
You know what?
They be 40 years.
Right. That's the most you can get to an 80.
That's 5 years.
If the Lord is with you, you're able to make it. The most you're gonna get to is 80.
We looking at men. We know average Jake, average hard worker, regular Jake, he's dead at 64. You see what I'm saying? Throughout the history, the average Jake dead by 64.
Shootouts,
He's lucky if he make it 70.
drive-bys.
Wicked ass over there though. She'll knock 100 out easy.
Yeah.
She the cause of all of this damn short life on our behalf, and she get to live long.
Man, yeah, that was it, right?
Yeah.
Yo, like, you know what's so petty?
This is why Jake be like, look, I'm gonna go get a pack of squares, a loaf of bread, and a Pepsi.
Let me
never show
I ain't gonna lie. Women be thinking that they got it worse when it comes to the curse that was put on a man and woman. But so as Adam's curse, right? We have to work with the ground, right? We got to work what we got, right?
And not reap the benefits of it.
Exactly. But the woman, hey, she gonna have pain through childbearing, but does she have the choice nowadays to even have a child?
Yep.
So she ain't got to go through the pain.
She done beat out the curse.
Exactly.
He saw them help
But
her beat the curse out.
We're instilled in our mind from the beginning. We gotta go get it to provide. We want children, so we gotta go get the curse.
It's more than our motherfucking affliction.
We can't get out of our curse. There's no way we can get out of our curse.
Damn.
That's crazy. See? And that's we can't get out of it. They can.
Hey, you know what? Because the video that I seen this morning, the sister said that now the system has become your baby daddy. So now they care for you, and then when it comes to jail time, that's them getting back their child. You gave them their child back. You know what I'm saying?
Look, their child not being a baby no more. Their child is their career.
That's why you your father devil, man. That's what it is.
Yo, still got suffering curses.
Yo,
Now look at this. I'm gonna read this, right? Because this is crazy, right? Check out what Ezra said to this sister, right? This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 10, and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 5, right? Then I left my meditation wherein I was, and spake to her in anger, saying, because they be complaining. What you complaining for? My knees is cramping. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going through my fingers, I can't close my fingers. In some cases, my finger, when I sleep at night, my hand is in the position of pulling that lever. I was pulling that lever.
Carpal tunnel and set in, tendonitis.
Like, but you over here, you kind of living it sweet. It says,
What precept was that again?
the book of 2nd Ezra 10 and 5. Then I left the meditation wherein I was and spake to her in anger. Damn, he left his meditation and studied. Right? It says, thou foolish woman above all others, seest thou not our mourning and what happened unto us? You doing all this complaining because you got to go through pain for 9 months, but for the rest of my life, I got to go through pain of working so that you could feel good. Like, come on now. We go to first Ezra 8. So we're going to go in on the women, man.
That little person that Esau done set her up with, she don't feel the affliction, man. She kind of ain't suffering the curses enough. She living it up in Esau kingdom, man. That's why he say thou foolish woman above all others. You don't realize our affliction. You think you made it. We're a team in this. We husband and wife. This goddamn cracker done allowed you to get your foot up in the air a little bit, and you think the Lord, you still got to be judged by the Most High. And you keep on goddamn leaning towards him like it's all sweet, and the Most High gonna strike your ass down. Right along with him.
Yeah, and that's why the Lord got smoked with the sisters that be at ease up in this thing. You over here chilling. Meanwhile, the Lord see my back literally curling up like I got scoliosis or something, like for real. But you out here with your nails dead,
Hey, you got the new, you
Lip
got the
gloss,
500,
right.
right? Lip gloss popping, $500 bundles. Your feet looking nice.
Right. Enjoy
But
the
me,
captivity.
I'm over here busted.
You gotta take that back. Because maybe he would be G from the head to the damn kneecaps. Get down to her feet, look like her ass run on hot cold for her. Back of them damn heels look like a damn pair of track shoes. He need to be out here finished on the foot, man.
They need the shea butter on the heels,
Them
bro.
goddamn toes be beat to death, man. Some of them how they feed them order.
And they be
Some of them, I done seen some Eves walking around out here like, damn, she got on shoes? Or is that just her regular feet?
You know the nail on the pinky toe be missing.
That thing gone. No, you had called Baruch something.
Baruch 3 and 8. That's what you know. This Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
Yo, that's how you know. Like, bro, this is crazy. Read on. And hold on. What's crazy about this? The video is going to show it. Look. Literally. And what happened today as well, a black man got fired in his job, right? Because there was a new manager, and she was asking questions. He didn't even know there was a new manager. And he was just trying to clock out. And she fired him.
Damn.
That schools, Florida, done it. They are now mandating that schools teach slavery as beneficial. Let's go to the first video.
Yo.
Do not, for the love of God, tell kids that slavery was beneficial, because I can guarantee you it most certainly was not.
Yes, it was.
Thank you.
Education and civil rights advocates are slamming new Black history teaching standards in Florida.
It's true that, yeah, it was beneficial to me, yeah.
Quote, how slaves developed skills, which in some instances could be applied to
Like you read it, better learn it.
historical critics are calling this a big step backwards and saying it's a disservice to Florida's teachers.
What's happening to Esau's kingdom right now? What is the foundation of his kingdom? His economy.
Money. Yeah.
What do you think he's thinking when he says, if we can put niggas back in slavery, that means all the niggas around the world is getting paid how much we paying out yearly to Social Security, disability, retirement, regular paychecks. We take all them trillions of dollars away from these niggas and put them back in slavery. Oh, we beneficial.
Right.
Coming
back up.
Right?
Come right back up.
Make America great again.
Right.
And this small number that became a great
So
multitude.
ain't a lot of us. You see, it's a lot
We
of
gonna have more slaves than they had back then.
You know what's going on?
That's crazy.
You know how, Biden's not winning the next election.
Right.
Donald Trump is getting in there.
Ain't winning this election.
But look, he's a businessman. So talking like that, Trump gonna make that
I
happen.
got him in the office
He
the
gonna
first
make
time.
that happen.
He sold him on a business plan. Same way you start a business, you got to write up your business plan. Right? He sold him on a business
You know
plan.
he gonna make it sound sweet, right? Your housing will be free, free insurance, medical. All you gotta do is come to work.
He gonna implement all
everything
that.
free already.
Right.
Look,
Right.
Trump said it once before. He said in his interview, he was like,
What else you got?
"Black people don't get their,
Due credit.
due credit. They built up on
Building
it."
up.
But a lot of black people was like, "Oh, here we go." You know, he finally saying that we've done something.
No,
But y'all not seeing the document. He know that the only way America goes round is by us. So what he got to do? We got to put us in hard bondage again. We all friendly bill.
Remember?
We don't have the help around us.
See that?
That's what he said.
See that? It's an undertone behind what he said. Put these niggas in slavery.
Right. Put it back again. Hey,
What makes you think he don't think that when he already trying to do it with the Mexicans?
When
He know that we all the same people.
No, when he's doing it,
He's doing it to the
right
Mexicans.
up in Georgia.
Who did it start with first?
No.
The Mexicans, the Northern Kingdom.
build the wall.
So we start. No, I'm talking about in the beginning of our slavery from the scriptures. Who went into slavery first? The Northern Now Judah ain't like Judah them was back then. Judah them got guns and shit. They ain't scared to use them.
Here comes Jacob's trouble. Here comes the time of the good time.
Hey man, all praise.
Right?
We want long as the Lord don't. Long as that strong gust of wind don't come through it.
White law.
Hey, you
word
see?
off the pages, bro.
You gotta watch.
California trying to ban this thing.
You
I'm
see?
trying to tell you, they
It's not a movie Quest for Fire, right?
You said Quest for Fire? They were burning books.
Watch the movie. No, it's a movie about Esau and them living in the mountains, like as cavemen.
Oh yeah.
And their quest was for fire, because with the fire, they was able to keep warm. They now can eat. They can cook food. Didn't have to eat raw food. So it was called the Quest of Fire. They had to go travel distances across the lands. Somehow they got fire, and they trying to bring this fire back to their damn Caucasus Mountains so they could put it to use. But along the way, beefing is starting, fighting is starting. They turning against each other. You know what I'm saying? And that quest for fire is relevant to this situation because you better be fighting your ass off to keep your candle in these last days.
Let me read you out real quick. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 11 and verse 32. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt with flatteries. It's talking about America, man. If you do it wickedly, you gonna get finessed. All right? For real. But it says, but the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. We gonna finesse that thing, man.
That was Daniel 11:32?
Yeah, 11 and 32, man. So, hey, when things get tough, it's still gonna be brothers out here who know their God, man, and who's gonna be teaching other people to know their God, man. We're gonna further progress.
Because they're not going to learn the full truth and the full accurate truth of American history.
This is insanity on top of insanity. Parents, advocates of all different backgrounds claim this is wrong. Do not do it. None of them listen. Why? Because they are under the direction of a madman named Governor Ron DeSantis. And they themselves are feckless leaders. There it is.
And I'm very concerned by these standards, especially some of the notion that, enslaved people benefited from being enslaved is an accurate and a scary standard for us to establish in our educational curriculum. The proposed changes specifically for elementary and middle school students leave out the last 150 years of Black history, where Black history is taught provides a simplified and sterilized version of history. The new standards suggest that violence by Black residents in defense of their lives and homes as they were surrounded by armed mobs and flames, and as they were forced to flee their homes or be shot or burned, are to be included as a seemingly equal part of the standard. This is egregious if you understand what happened to the Black residents in Ocoee in 1920. First of all, I want to say any kind of standards that indicate that slavery benefited Black people is such an insult. My husband is Black. My daughter is Black. And the thought that slavery benefited.
See that?
Yeah.
How could that be?
You see what she saw just said? Even she know. She didn't say my daughter mixed.
Yeah. She said my son is Black.
She said my husband
is
Black.
Black. My daughter is Black.
So she even knows about the house of the father.
Right.
Leviticus 19:13.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse number 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning.
And that's what happened with Laban and Jacob. He got defrauded, like that man got defrauded as well too, right? Like we get a defraud as well too. From there, get Genesis. Get Genesis chapter 31 and verse 41.
Genesis chapter 31 and verse 41. Thus have I been 20 years in thy house. I served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters.
And you know what this also symbolized? This literally symbolized Israel in captivity, doing our punishment, right? And then after our punishment is done, we get released, and the Most High blesses with everything, right? We are.
And 6 years for thy cattle, and thou hast changed my wages.
So you heard what he said? I served you for 20 years. 7 for one daughter, another 7 for another daughter, and 6 years for your cattle. To help keep your business up. Read on.
And thou hast changed my wages 10 times.
You see, like Esau did today. Matter of fact, our nationality, he keep changing it. For the so-called the Judite, he changed the nationality every 10 years. Color, African American, Afro American, Black American, Negro, Black. Literally changing it. Literally changing it every 10 years. So what happened with Jacob and Laban is literally showing the symbology of us being put in captivity. And we're serving our sentences, but when the time is up, we're going to get out of here, and the Lord will give us back triple-fold, 100-fold, but also judge the other nations. Genesis 15 and 13. We sent it on the
no, you can just type it up on the YouTube.
Genesis chapter 15 and verse.
If you can't get it to play that way, you can just type it up.
Verse number 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. It shall serve them.
You see? And we got to serve these damn devils, man. We don't.
And they shall afflict them 400 years.
You see? 400 years. That's our punishment. We don't.
And also that nation whom they shall serve
right?
will like judge.
America, which he will what?
Will like judge.
That's what the Lord is doing to America right now. He's judging it. Our time is almost up, you know?
Based on how they have been dealing with us
and their wickedness.
Captivity. I'll allow the captivity to go on as a punishment, but there is a way that captivity is supposed to be played out. You know, I told you, so you pursued your brother. What was that word?
Genesis 27. Oh yeah, Ezekiel 35. Perpetual.
You overstepped your boundaries with the way you know what I'm saying, dealt with them.
Yeah, further the affliction. Right, you know?
Now watch this bill.
Yeah, finish that verse.
Afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
See, afterward we shall come out with great substance. So this is part of us. When we see stuff like this, we cry to the Lord. Like, yo, get us the hell out of here, man. This is BS. Like, we
Genesis chapter 15, verse
13. Tulsa race massacre. Tonight they were demanding that Black history not be taken out of schools. The Black Messiah movement held a press conference in the historic Black Wall Street district in downtown Durham today. The group voiced their concerns about how schools which would restrict discussions about race in schools. The concerned Black history may be
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, no more damn Harriet Tubman. They pulling them all, Frederick Douglass. They pulling all the Black history out of the libraries, out of the schools. Who do you think they're doing with it? So you won't even be able to go and find out any damn thing about Black history.
They finna start trying to rewrite the story.
Again.
They were trying to do that. They, nowadays, when you ask a younger Jake, don't know nothing about slavery. So what they doing now, they finna rewrite it. Make it seem like
it was actually us choosing indentured service.
Or they'll go back to the translations where in certain translations they'll say that we sold ourselves.
Right, exactly.
They can do that.
Yeah.
We're taking it out of schools for so long in libraries, they can rewrite it.
And that's why they making the Bible illegal. So if any of you smarty pants assholes, y'all won't get hold of this again.
Right.
Do what they're doing with it now.
Move.
You see what I'm saying?
So buy a Bible, you can't get a free. Buy a Bible. These times, it's gonna be $10,000.
You don't buy it. The same way they made it illegal.
I was just about to say,
they make it illegal now? Your ass going to jail and get put to death.
I was gonna say we gonna be walking out here like the book of Eli. You know what I'm saying?
taken out of school if it passes and say Black children need to be taught about everything that happened to the concerned Black history may be taken out of school if it passes and say Black children need to be taught about everything that happened to their ancestors.
If our young people who are out there killing each other knew what was done to our ancestors, they wouldn't kill each other.
Durham City Council member Deandra Freeman says she'll be working on a possible resolution or letter to try to keep Black history in North Carolina schools.
You know damn well they ain't.
And they didn't already started doing
They already started in Florida.
They didn't already started pulling the Black history out of the libraries already. So apparently the bill is passed. They're already doing it. But it's just not a blanket bill. It's gotta go before each state senate and each state has to approve it. Some states have already started approving it, just like the Bible. It's already been banned and illegal in certain states. We ain't even gonna talk about goddamn Benjamin them. Right. It's been illegal for them to get hold to the apocryphal, punishable by jail time, possibly even damn death. So it's not like it's unheard of when it's already active.
And really, it's been active. You can't find books in the library about Nat Turner.
Right.
Or any slave rebellion for that fact. This been a thing that they've been doing. Yeah. Ain't a new thing. Now they just pushing it right up in your face. And now you got dumbass Jake on the corners just worried about his own damn life and not thinking about no damn youth, man.
The fact that's going to take place to us as a nation, as a race of people.
Get the last one. Get Jeremiah 50.
But them going to be the same niggas that's going to be chasing niggas down for the white man. Yeah. Right. They going to be the first ones to seal on up and be out there chasing our people down as slave catchers for the damn Edomites.
And see what Jake said, that's good. We need
We said we need them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he said we need them.
We need the white people.
He said we need Esau.
We need Esau.
Yeah, to work our damn slave fields after we beat us back there for real. That's about it.
Well, what you said in that one video I had posted on YouTube, you said prepare your back for
right. So your back stripping. Cold ass line.
For real. Make that into a shirt. Make that into a shirt. He said prepare your back for bone stripping. For real.
That's a book. Bring it out.
Just the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 6.
This is why, like in Judas 5:17, when we was with the Most High, kept the laws and commandments, we didn't lose no war. I was reading the book of Joshua again. Joshua 13 is a whole hit list of 431 kings that Israel knocked off. Different nations, killing all 31, and it showed their names. So-and-so, king of this, Bashan, dead. So-and-so, king of this, dead. So-and-so, king of this, dead. Like he was a king, he was a killer of kings, man. Remember Game of Thrones? The King Slayers? This is Israel, man. Literally, I was like,
Targaryen,
yeah.
Dude, but I can't remember his name.
Who, Jamie Lannister?
That's his name.
Yeah. Right. And Jamie Lannister symbolized Judah. That's why they have the lion with the symbol.
They started that emblem was it was the lion.
The coat of arms.
Yeah, the coat of arms.
Yeah, that was Judah. Yeah. All right, bring it out.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone far from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Right? That's why we got no rest. Micah 2:11. This is not our rest. Right? Arise, this is not your rest. And that can also precept with Isaiah 32:9, where the Lord says the women that are at ease. So wake up, you're at ease. This is America. This is slavery. This is your punishment. But she don't understand that.
Right. Esau understand that. That's why he gives the woman so much leeway.
2 Corinthians 11:3 and 4.
Making laws around her, giving her the Section 8s, the low income.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, she good. She's not struggling like Jake's struggling.
Because as long as she is comfortable under me and not you,
right,
you don't got nothing to work for. You don't have nothing to work for.
Our strong women are the ones who feel contrary to that.
Right.
My man, my king, my black man, he don't have to have that job right now. I'm working right now. So I'll carry the weight until he get on his feet some kind of way. The Lord never said that your husband had to be rich and have all the goddamn money for you to be his wife and be in order and be in subjection to him. Esau is the one who planted that in your head, that if he ain't got this, you don't need him.
Those has always been natural resources.
You need me though.
Right.
I'm gonna give you the crib. I'm gonna give you a check every month. Because even with them low incomes, you ain't got a job. Esau sent Eve a damn check in the mail to pay her utility bills. Only thing is, your ex-felon criminal ass Negro, he can't be there. And I know he's a felon because I made sure that his ass called the case. I created the conditions to make sure that that Negro was gonna catch a case. So now he can't be on my property. He can't live here. You want this free living, don't you?
Right.
And that's what plays in the mind of Eve, why she can walk around so boastfully with that, I don't need a man. Yeah, because you already got a white boy for your man named Esau. He's doing the role that your man's supposed to do, but at the same time, he's created the conditions to where your man can't financially do it.
And not Slocky. The dude worked in that company for 30 years. Right?
Yeah.
Honest living.
Understand the divide and conquer that he's playing between me and you.
Now watch this. He worked in the company for 30 years, honest living, right? Day in and day out. So now, 30 years, he lost all that money in that pension. What's to say, nigga, I'm about to get that money real back, I'm about to sell drugs now. Think about that. To get that quick money back up, I'm about to sell this, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that.
You know what that do?
What that do?
That causes them to put in that's a big risk.
Exactly.
That's the risk of your life.
Exactly.
But depending on what you got, what you about to lose, you sometimes you gotta cancel every damn thing.
Yeah.
So look, that's concerning the time. I only got a little bit of time before I lose every damn thing. So look, so drastic times call for drastic measures.
But now if you say you go ahead and do that, now you're in prison for X amount of years.
But look at
You
you
lost
everything.
everything.
That's the trap.
Now your family
That's fair.
And then even Slocky, even if you do win, you hurt another chase.
Exactly. You ain't going to celebrate.
You gonna lose. You on top. You gonna lose top, and your nation on bottom, and you thinking that you.
Now you got to go affect a lot of those
yourself to lose because you still taking that risk. You ain't never gonna stop doing it until you feel like times is getting better.
They equal out. And they'll never equal out.
It don't never equal out.
And that's the trap with this devil, man. That's why we need you. How about Shemel shot?
See, our women gotta be smart enough to know that.
That was the whole plot line on the show Snowball.
Come, literally.
But Eve gotta be smart enough. But you see what Eve did? Hung up wicked ass home. Ganked him for everything else he had and skipped town on him. Kicked him when he was down. Eve got to be smart enough to know that Esau has put her in a winning position. She's supposed to understand her role with that winning position. Yeah, smile at Esau like, yeah. And you there to help your man get right. You know, to help your nation get in order.
That's what
That's
Esther
the
did.
That's what Esther did. Hey, ABJ fucked up a lot of times because he don't want his woman to do that. He don't want his. It don't matter. Y'all know how to play the game better than good reason. Yeah, you don't want your woman to play. But it's for good reason that you don't really want that to happen because now you get to grow. She grow a big head. Oh, I got Mr. Johnson wrapped around my finger. You know, I'm gonna try to get you this up, and then kind of turn it back on you. Like I did this for you. I held it down. You know what I'm saying? And I could do it all by myself. You see how it goes?
When you say that,
I don't want you to have no dealings with him. I understand that. I don't want you to have no dealings with him. Because of what
loyalty gotta be to the Most High, which is to the nation.
Let me get this quick because it is that form of proving a friend, but even to Sirach 6 and 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion. So again, and sometimes your friend for the benefits of you, what you bring, what you provide to that household. But the second part is, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Right. And he's not gonna wait, will not remain when that trouble comes. They gone.
So when you're not able to be the provider of any of that, he don't want to be with you
at all.
See, that's why the scripture say be with a godly man. That could be for but in a man, vice versa.
And be with a
godly woman because you don't expect her to be moving righteous and she's bogus as hell. Exactly. And you know it too though.
Especially that time
don't
of
expect
trouble affliction, right?
Now we gonna end it off, Sarah. I said Sarah. Jeremiah, you want to close with that one?
Yeah, that's
right.
Yeah,
That might be 7 and then 12 and 10. Bring it out.
All that found them have devoured them.
Now read that again. It said what?
All that found them have devoured
So
them.
all that found Israel that was lost, don't know who we are, have devoured us. Our money, pension, businesses, hope, family, structure, they devoured us. They destroyed everything about us.
They
oppressed the man in this household, like into it too. And his heritage. We are.
And their adversary said, we offend not.
You see?
Oh,
The enemy said,
I was looking for this precept.
See, the enemy Esau said, we don't want to offend, we're not offending you.
What's wrong with his action?
Right.
And he's shitting in his kingdom.
And that's why they put in the video that what? Slavery was beneficial to y'all. Y'all not. Why y'all complaining for? Read on.
We offend not because they have sinned against the Lord.
I know why
That's
I
the
got you by the neck. Your God gave you to me. You jacked up. You messed up by breaking his laws. You wouldn't have did what you did to your God. Your God would have never gave you over to me.
Exactly.
Know that. Oh, that's a
See?
That's what's
That's
crazy.
a damn cut.
You know?
That's a deep
That's
cut.
why we gotta come back to the
That's a
Lord.
deep cut to everybody who talked that trash about Kanye West was going on when he said
Right.
slavery was a
It's a
choice. Esau just doubled down on what he said when he did
That's
this
why-
to your damn
And
self.
that's why praise God come back.
You got it.
Because this wicked ass, look, he won't even give you the opportunity to turn back to the Lord for real. He gonna do everything in his power to keep you
Right.
away from. I'm gonna put
Right.
shrimp in this. I'm gonna put pork in the wine. I'm gonna put this and that. I'm gonna put in pork enzymes in your toothpaste. Look at how wicked this nigga is, man. That's why the Lord got it. That's why the Lord got it.
The bristles got a brush.
You know what this makes going
The
is because
bristles
we
got
know
a brush.
you got wicked Jacob right about Esau.
Oh,
Your toothbrushes literally have more hairs. Like I gotta do everything by any means necessary to keep my kingdom going and to keep you niggas down. They was talking about lamb ribs had pork bones on them.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
No, it's not. It's not though. If you think about it,
That's fabricated now because
you got people eating lamb now. Like you got people eating lamb meat.
that's what I'm saying. There's got to be some type of made in a lab where they done made some meat, wrapped it around a bone, and be like that. But then at the same time, you can't. I mean, we can't say that he can't figure out a way to make the lamb taste. I mean, the pig taste like a lamb. He
That's
probably can.
confusion. Because remember, he spliced the DNAs of animals and everything. That's the same as with the
You
fruits.
didn't just see the damn. You didn't see Ham them.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
with the
I
chicken.
shared a picture of
with the
that.
face
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
chicken with a
monkey
monkey
face.
face.
Come on.
That wasn't no damn CGI. That was a real damn chicken with a monkey face.
Yeah.
But Esau didn't do that. Them little capuchin ass, freak ass monkeys, they hump on every damn thing, man. That was a capuchin face. Them little ones that be running up behind people stealing and all that. What's that movie, Night? Night at the Museum? With that little wicked ass capuchin monkey. That little capuchin be literally running around humping on all around. The man was a video of the boy walking up behind a cat. He grabbed the cat tail, looked up, it looked in the cat butt, looked around, stuck his finger in the cat butt, and the cat tried to run, and he grabbed the cat and started doing them.
Wow.
Oh, them little freaky bastards did that on their own.
If this chicken got a monkey face, how was it born? Was it born through the chicken? Was it hatched from the egg out? That big ass. Well, that's one big ass egg, right?
Yo, you know why?
The face wasn't born big. The face had to grow.
They had it grow, right?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, we in captivity, man.
Even the damn animals.
Like, damn.
He still got Jay comfortable where he at though. See that? He comfortable. He want to see. Even in the midst of all this, chicken face.
Yeah, that's a strong delusion. That's the deception.
He want to go to the zoo, see the damn.
That's the
polar
dream.
bear
That's the American
chicken
dream.
box.
Right? Yeah,
And all that found them have devoured them, and their adversary said, we offend not because they sin against the Lord. The habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
See? Esau noticed.
Hope their salvation of their fathers, which is their salvation, which is serving their Lord.
God.
They broke that covenant.
That's why they bring Christianity, all these different things. So what? You'll be in sin. You believe in a different God. You're following this thing, thinking that the laws is done away with. And how do you know what sin is? By the law, breaking the law. But if you ain't keeping the law, what are you in? You're in sin. So when the pastors say the law is done away with, what's happening? You're not in righteousness. You're not keeping the laws. So that's what's happening. You're in sin, and what happens? Jude 5:17 on down. When they're in sin, then we can overtake them and devour them. Man, that's why we had to throw up that curse prayer earlier, man. Bring what you got. Let's close it out with some right talk.
Right, just landing back in on what you was talking about. right? Now you in the state of serving another God, right? But look at this. Daniel chapter 11 and verse 36, right? Daniel just be snapping, right? It says, and the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every God, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for that is determined shall be done. So he's going to do like this until his very end. All right. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, because Esau's fathers was Isaac and Abraham also. All right. So neither will he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women. And we know how Esau is, a freak in the earth, man. Right? Nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. But what is that God? Right? Look at this. But in his estate, right, he shall honor the God of forces. That's a false God. The God of forces, and a God whom his fathers knew not, shall he honor with gold and silver, that Jesus peace, right, and with precious stones and pleasant things. He shall do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. These are boys there, right? And he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide lands for his gain. Exactly what happened. Brought Caesar Borgia over here, bow down to this, boom, now we finna teach you, we gonna hold your Bible in the air, and we gonna say, thus saith Esau, and not thus saith the Lord. This is what they do.
Right, I gotta let you back off that.
Thus saith Esau.
I gotta let you back off of that, because with that being true, this is why we praise. Go back to Jeremiah 50. I'm gonna read one line out of 7, and then jump over to 22, and then skip down to 24.
Jeremiah 50 and 7.
That line where it says, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord, right? Now, everything that Ak just brought out, that's the rewards that Esau did from us sinning against the Most High. He was able to build up a kingdom. He was able to take a false image, you know what I'm saying, and make it a God all over the earth.
Right.
Right? And in that strong goddamn delusion, he think it was going to be forever, right?
Right.
Now, 22 says, a sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction. Right? That's Israel waking up, coming back to the knowledge of who they are, going into these highways and these byways, right?
When you the trumpet of Zion.
Now watch this, what 24 say. The Lord said, I have laid a snare for them, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware, thou was not aware, thou art found, and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, right? It was a setup for your ass from the beginning. All of this, you being cocky in verse 7, you don't realize that, nigga, I was setting you up the whole time by even giving them over to you, you know what I'm saying, as a punishment, allowing you to build up your kingdom and all of that for what? So 2 Ezra 6 and 9,
Run your ass to sky high.
turn all the setup, man. You know what I'm saying?
Burn this BITCH, man. Hey, verse 25. Look at what verse 25 says.
The Lord has opened his armory.
Well, I can go in. He's a man of war. He's a God of war. He's bringing out all the weapons, man.
And has brought forth the weapons of his indignation, of his righteous hatred.
Good. You got an arsenal, man.
What's in that box? And then it
Bringing
says,
everything.
for this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Of the who?
Of the work of the Lord God of hosts.
Who are we?
The Lord
Work of the Lord God of hosts.
We are his hosts, his armies. In the land of the Chaldeans.
Who land?
Woo,
Because
Chaldeans.
that's really who we are.
Right.
We are the children of the Chaldean, Abraham.
You know, and that's why I don't blame people for having the flea doctrine. I'm right on board with get the hell out of Dodge.
Right.
I'm right with them. Right? And the chariots are there for those that cannot run.
That can't,
Like in the same
I'm a class
instance,
X felony. They ain't giving me no passports or none of that.
then the same instance was in
I'm
Genesis
stuck
chapter
in the
19.
shit.
So
So why you think I said I'm numbered in? Because I'm gonna do this work.
I get it now. I get it. I got no choice.
I ain't got no choice. I can't no surrender, no retreat. I can't go.
hey,
I got Hey, we all
It's our only escape route, man. Jerry, that's it. You with that?
that's it.
It's our only escape route, Dr. Jerry.
The cherry is for those that cannot flee.
And that's not a proud, puffed up cocky thing. I'm saying that in a manner of hope. I'm hoping that I'm able to stay the course, go hard as hell for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and I get that kingdom.
You had to say that. Some of them will know.
Yo, Salaki,
you know.
Salaki, I was on slogan.
Hey, I was waiting on that nigga. All these righteous videos he's bringing out, he got them. You heard what he said?
What? Jump society. Yeah, H-O-I to the chariot fly.
And that statement alone, he says what?
Powerful, man. Waiting for the chariot. That's the only way out.
We ain't even for them rides.
Yeah.
Because we stuck there. We stubborn for the Lord.
A lot of people was asking me, they're like, yo, man, you know, you have to leave here and there, this and that, go to a different place. You know what I told them? I said, listen, I don't care how crazy this sounds. I want to stay here and watch America burn. I want to see it with my own eyes, face to face. I want to see this devil get brought down. I ain't going nowhere.
What do you say in that song?
Push the button to the dust.
I pray that Putin press the button. He
turn to dust. I want brothers. I want to see Esau get destroyed face to face.
And the Lord is beautified in that.
Come on, man.
Get to see your enemies.
Right. You know what's beautiful about this time? We in Babylon captivity, cutting ass on America falling down. We on social media joking about America falling down because we're in it. We're watching it. That's Iraq 25:7. He that lived to see the downfall of his enemy. We not going nowhere.
keep reading that Jeremiah,
Yeah.
that 51 is called the severe judgment of God. It says the severe judgment of God on Babylon.
That's the title of the chapter.
Yes, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Ain't no build it up. Ain't no make America great again. And let us go everyone into his own country. That's why all the other Edomites who don't know that they also Esau gonna try to run back to Germany, run back to Russia, run back to Ukraine, run back to Ireland. They all gonna try to run. Don't realize that judgment is yours too. Right? Let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven, and it is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord has brought forth righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God.
Move it out. It's all right. 12 to 10. This could have been a 10-hour lesson.
Right. It's like right. Chapter 12 in verse number 10.
Bring it out.
Never trust thine enemies. Never trust thy enemy. For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed, ye beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
You kind of looking at Esau through hazy and fog, like you gotta kind of wipe the window, spit on the window, draw the little eye circle so you can kind of peek through it and see clearly what's going on up in there with this Bible.
Yeah, that didn't change.
Takes nothing for face value. What it say? He come with smooth words. War was in his heart. Or what's the other way talking about? Where he say one hand was out or something, and the sword was behind his back.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's nice. Yeah.
It's more like it says, say him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him
1 Samuel 15:3.
Yeah,
What did that just say? Because they didn't do what they supposed to do. Now he think he us.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
Too late for you at that point. That's when you gonna realize the words that you never trust your enemy. And Esau plunged that damn knife in your back.
Read verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to overthrow thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Snake in the funk.
The little white boy who shot up everybody was up there.
Yeah.
He was trying to make a kill for
Right.
Like the damn
That's bastard, man. On the damn stand and everything, man.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
10 man gonna get a 10 to fall because they ain't want to damn sex to run. Well, you had to say it.
Really 17. Yeah, but 16 it says, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. He's not only gonna be satisfied with just cutting you up or something. He wanna take your life. Isn't that what the Edomite just did to this brother?
Because I don't
His pension, that was his whole life.
I don't want you to somehow survive what I'm finna do to you.
Come back.
And come back. That's why when they used to raid, kill all the sons.
Right.
So he ain't no revenge in his dad. Wipe out all that.
It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first.
Damn. So what does Tucker say up in one of the Rush times? Right? When she go back, follow the rich white man.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's the root of all the problems.
God.
And he know how to get away.
Yeah.
He planned his getaway before he even started the
Months
party.
ahead.
Yeah.
He really says,
Yeah, activate plan, get down.
Right.
Planes start lining up at airports. Helicopter gonna meet him on the roof to take him to the airport. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have a car to take him from the airport to the landing pad to get on the plane and get on. And he set it all up.
Jake don't think like that. He go in blindly. The only getaway he got, he said, hey, I got my hoopty in the bag, and I'm just gonna drive.
He said, let the Lord be with me.
He wasn't even smart enough to fill the tank up. He grabbed all the gas they already had. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see Jake in them high-speed chases when they had to get out the car and jack somebody for their damn car so he can keep going.
Got 35 miles still ahead. You know what I'm saying?
He says,
No escape route.
I said it more. Yeah, I was saying they said execute order 66. He's a player,
right. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine you.
So you think that he got pity on me, you know, Mr. Johnson, you know, he got me, right? But nah, he finna trip you. He might push you down as you stumble. You know, keep reading though.
He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
He gonna tear up, he gonna cry, he gonna
yo.
I
was looking up
he gonna have a
cunning.
smile on his face.
I was looking up the etymology of cunning, right? And there's a definition in there saying skillful deceit. That's, I mean, he is that. So when he's a cunning hunter, hey man, he's sneaky.
Skillful
He'll change his countenance.
Skillful deceit, because to be able to pull it off, you got to be able to anticipate your opponent's reaction. So I've already infiltrated you some kind of way that I know that when I implement this plan, I got to do this first, and you're going to move this way or this way. Then I'll be able to do this, and then once you react to that, I can do this. So it's the same way we use. This is how we use the scriptures, though. When somebody come up there with an off-ass doctrine, we'll pull a scripture that'll kind of make them think that I understand your point of view, right? And then they'll get a little puffed up, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You did, yeah. Then you lead them with another one, and then you get them somewhere where now he box in. All right, well, now I'm done. You explain that. Then when he reads it, he stick yourself again, pretty Tony. Stick yourself again. Make him stab himself when he read it. Now he looking stupid and confounded. Like,
Yes, I got my rook right here. I got my queen right here. I got the pawn right here.
Look,
you move each and every way, you're going to get cut up.
Look, it says it right here, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. So sweetly with his lips, you got to lower down your defense, right? And he's thinking, he's scheming on how to take you down. He will weep with his eyes, lower down your defense to make you feel like he understands you. But if he find opportunity, he's waiting. So he schemed over this. The words that he's saying to you to lower down your guard, and to him, weeping from his eyes and everything, I understand your pain, so you can feel comfortable next to him. And he's waiting for that moment to get you.
That's why our beloved brother Hannibal Barker is the coldest war general ever, even by Esau's account.
Yeah.
Because he understood that statement.
And how
he used to purposely do that. Allow Esau to think that he's overrunning us, that he's winning. He's going to charge all in.
Comfortable.
Those of us that's the pawns on that charge, hold the line, fight as long as you can. We're going to lose some to draw, let his whole, because he's going to come when he think he got you, he's going to say crush him. He's going to send everything. And once he set everything in, then here come our reinforcements. Right. He got his ass trapped in. And y'all fighting in the center with him, and we fighting, crushing him in from the outside, so it's like closing in on him like this until we wipe his ass completely out. Hannibal was vicious.
You know who's more vicious than Hannibal? The last two. Zephaniah 3:8. Zephaniah 3:8 and microphone.
I don't know, man. I'm inclined to think they might have got it from him.
Right. We're going to find out who's more vicious than Hannibal. Zephaniah 3:8.
You know what I'm saying?
Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8.
You're going to end up in the Maccabees next.
Right. No.
Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For
that's
my
3 and 8, right?
Yeah.
For my determination is to gather the nations together,
see,
that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with fire of my jealousy.
That's World War III. That's Lord determination. Gather all the nations to have war.
So ain't nobody going to Russia and then to Germany. Let them all come together.
Right.
And then the Lord go crack the sky.
That's 2 Corinthians 13. He's going to crack the sky. All these armies going to be looking up like, what the hell is that? The plan was to gather them all together. Right? End it off. Microphone 13.
Micah chapter 4 and verse number 13.
And you know what's crazy? What is happening right now with Issachar, influx in Chicago? The Lord is doing it.
God.
The Lord is doing it. He's literally bridging the gap with Northern and Southern Kingdom together, whether you like it or understand it or believe it or not. Right. They don't realize what's going on. Microphone 13.
Arise and thresh, O
verse 10. Verse 10.
Verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon.
See, the Lord said, you're going to Babylon. You're going into captivity, right? You know?
There shalt thou be delivered.
You see, here shall you literally be delivered, right? But be in pain, right? You're going to bring forth that child. That man child will symbolize the kingdom, right? You know?
There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
You know?
Now also many nations are gathered against thee.
So we're like bait. Everybody's coming to us. Everybody's taking pictures from us. Everybody's abusing us, taking everything that they want from us. They all using us. But we're all getting gathered around them, you know?
That say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion.
So remember Jeremiah 50:7? What he said, we didn't offend you? Yeah, we're going to devour you, we offend not. And then you bring out Jeremiah 50. Right, the Lord set them up. It was all the setup.
24.
Right. Read on.
But they know not the thoughts of the Lord.
See, they don't know the mind of Yahweh Shemel Shai. The Most High is a man of war. This is a battle tactic. Draw them in. I'm going to use my people as bait to draw everybody in and have them gather together. You know?
Neither understand they his counsel, for he shall gather them as the sheaves in the floor.
You know?
Arise and thresh.
Now hold on. How we went from gathering to now he's telling us to wake up, arise and thresh. He's gathering all the nations around us together, and what's happening? We're arising. We're waking up to our nationality, who we truly are. Now we're standing up bold as lions. But what's going on? Spiritual war, then physical come after.
We don't have to chase him down.
Right.
He's luring right into our pit to where we can just close in on and wipe all of us
slaughtered. And that's Micah 5:7.
And they pride. They don't think they being set up.
Right.
They think we think it's an honor to be amongst them and be around them. That's why Esau can see 1,000 niggas and he comfortable enough to just walk up in the crowd looking at everybody. Jake see a crowd of Edomites and he keep it moving, get the hell out of Dodge.
That gentrification is going to flip. All the Edomites coming to our neighborhoods and oppressing and everything, the time is going to come, it's going to flip. They're going to be in our neighborhoods and the Lord going to put the spirit on Jake and he's wiping their asses out. And they got nowhere to run because they got comfortable now. You know?
O daughter of Zion, for I will make thy horn iron, and I will make thy little brass.
See, the Lord said, I'm going to make your horn. It says, basically symbolize power. I'm going to make it iron. You can't break it. And I'm going to make you brass, you know?
And thou shalt beat in pieces many people.
See? And you shall beat in pieces your enemies, many people. So the Lord literally sets us all up. Northern Southern Kingdom come together, even in Chicago, with the Northern Kingdom coming around and everything. This is the Lord bringing the two sticks together. He's forcing both tribes of the nation to be in the same area. And they're going to have to learn how to deal with each other.
To put the arrow into the bow.
God.
Because I'm inclined to believe that part of his plan is that as we do that work, we're gathering Israel, Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom together. So when that time comes, we already all understand what our role and what our job is and who our true enemies are. So when he flick that switch, that kill switch, everybody knows what time it is.
All you gonna hear is a loud boom, and then that's our green light. That's it, you know what I'm saying? Well, suffering go out the window, literally. That's what Second Ezra said. Second Ezra chapter 7.
I'm gonna read this real quick. That Micah 2:12. It says, "I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of thee. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel. I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock of the midst of their fold. They shall make a great noise by reason of the multitude of men."
What reason was that?
Micah 2:12.
That's the gathering right there. Shit Oh, praise y'all. Shah Shabbat. Man, another beautiful, beautiful Sabbath lesson. Right? The spirit had to take over. We was all fed up, boy.
Damn 6 o'clock, man.
Right? Out the camp.